Not until the bad boys showed up.
Welcome to Trash Talk. The bad boys are here.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean who am I? Will Smith or am I Martin Lawrence?
You're definitely the.
Or am I the car they crash?
Marissa Tomei or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So who at this table gave out
correctly.
candy last night for Halloween?
I had candy ready, but nobody came to our neighborhood.
Agreed. This was the first time I've ever tried to give out candy. Ever.
Nobody gave you any or came for
I've
any?
never been a trick-or-treater before.
What type of candy were you handing out?
It was just a generic bag. There was nerds in it.
Oh, the bad candy. Okay.
There was Tootsie Rolls.
The bad
Tootsie
candy.
candy,
Dude,
yeah.
fuck you. That's what came to your house. I'm glad no one came to your house to get out garbage
I
like that.
didn't buy
Fuck you.
the candy, but there was also... it was good candy. Just because it has Tootsie Rolls in it doesn't mean it's bad.
No, we were handing out Reese's Pieces
Yeah.
and Kit Kat bars, but nobody came, so now you got a bunch of Kit Kat bars and Reese's Pieces.
So how many trick-or-treats did you get?
None.
0.
0?
Yeah, no.
We
nobody-
left the bowl outside and lit some candles outside because we didn't have any Halloween decorations ready either,
Yeah.
And a couple of people came and got the candy. Does that count as a
Yeah, that
trick-or-treater?
counts.
That counts, yeah.
Well,
That counts.
Yeah, that counts.
They didn't say trick-or-treat.
Because they don't want
But
to
you
talk
put
to
your
if they don't
candy
have
out.
to.
What do you expect?
I'm surprised they didn't egg your house if they got a fucking Tootsie Roll.
Well, I'm sure they came and picked the good stuff out. But
Ah,
either
good
way,
point.
they
Good
just...
point.
No one wants to ring the doorbell and say trick-or-treat or what?
Everyone's scared. They want internet connection or nothing.
We heard people coming. We ended up getting like maybe 5 individual kids and came in like 3 groups.
Were you looking? Did you watch?
Yeah, we started watching because we didn't want the dogs freaking out and barking their heads off.
So did you see the
we go up to the doors,
trick-or-treaters and
greet
they
'em.
just chose not to come here, or...
I think the first group we had was some people in a car that went to my neighbor's house first, and then just start working their way down the street. And I don't remember what the next group was. There's the chicken. There's somebody in like an inflatable chicken costume, and
Nice.
Carly answered. Yeah, it was huge. And they were like struggling on the driveway. I was watching and laughing because like their head kept like slumping over. So they finally.
I wouldn't want to climb up those stairs if I was a trick-or-treater.
I would say, yeah, that's a lot of stairs to climb in this
Yeah,
neighborhood.
Yeah.
She
I
said
can't,
that
I
the
can't.
person was like, cluck cluck.
That's it?
They were a huge chicken.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say trick-or-treat. You might as well say
But they
cluck,
could have
cluck.
done it better like, Paka!
That's what they did.
Oh, Carly said cluck
They
cluck to me
Oh, I
last
thought they were
night.
being lame and just saying cluck.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a lazy chicken.
They
You
actually
gotta-
made the noise.
They balked at me. Balk?
All
Nice.
Well, good. That's what you should do.
right, good. Did you give him good candy?
Yeah, I gave him like him or her, I don't know, like 2 handfuls.
Yeah, don't
Love it.
misgender a giant chicken now.
Nice. That is true.
Careful.
You can
They
tell.
have.
Does it have the waddle or not?
Hey, there's more than one waddle. Okay?
First of all, cocks aren't allowed in
Oh.
the city, though. They're not.
What?
You can't
Cocks?
have a
No
rooster.
cocks.
You can have a rooster in
Oh,
the city.
rooster! I thought they were making a dick joke, but no, actual roosters not allowed in
No,
the city. Okay.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
not supposed
Oh, sorry.
They're called
I thought-
cocks.
Yeah, I just clarifying because I'm
Oh,
talking
well,
about cock. I'm not talking about
Dog to
rooster.
the layperson.
Yeah. So, you had no luck either, trick or treaters.
I ain't doing anything.
But no one came to your
No one
house.
lives in my.
Has anyone ever trick or treated your house?
No, because
That's
it's like
fair.
they don't know it's there.
Yeah.
And there's no one on that street. And well, who the fuck's gonna go down this creepy half alley street in the middle of the night? Or when it's dark at Halloween? Are you serious?
So where's the best
This
place?
big 6'6" dude can answer the door and be like, "Hi, kids."
Do you like violence?
So where's the best Halloween spot, like
In-
trick or treating spot?
For my neighborhood,
Not you triggered. Yeah.
like just a
For
little
me,
bit west
for
of
me,
here,
it's the grocery store.
like
honestly, if it's gonna be
50th, and
adults, yeah.
like that whole country club.
Yeah,
That
the
place
main
is fucking
trail.
like-
Oh,
the
yeah,
main,
just
They
like-
go crazy
The
in that
curvy
area.
road
Yeah.
or whatever. That makes sense.
That's where all the rich people are.
Yeah.
My old neighborhood, I got 500 or something last year.
You got that
Dollars?
many?
I had 500 one year.
Fuck.
Well, I mean
Well,
that
Warren
is.
Buffett's
Were
right
any
there,
of
so
them
they-
the
Underwood,
full-size
yeah.
candy bar? Because that full-size candy bar,
Warren
that's...
Buffett does.
I'm sure he does. See, yeah, like, that's how you know you create a legacy about your neighborhood, is like, we go to that house every year.
Yeah.
And people remember that. I
yeah.
still remember the neighborhood, like, that I grew up in, and the people that handed that out. And that was, that's a legacy. It's a good move.
Yeah, that's good. It also didn't help that it was, what, 20 fucking
It wasn't warm.
30 maybe? Like, that was... Yeah,
Last night it was freezing.
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Jesus.
fucked, so yeah, I wouldn't...
What's
expect
some of your
anything.
favorite candy?
Reese's.
Like the cup or the pieces?
Any sort of Reese's. That's what I'm going for.
You like
brand?
Reese's?
I like almond
Take
joys.
5?
I got an almond joy.
So you
I have
like
an almond joy.
these?
Oh,
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
It's
I'm
a
kinda-
Reese's.
It's the Halloween Reese's.
Those ones
Okay.
are better
See,
than
I'm
normal Reese's.
kind of just a classic Reese's person.
It's the same goddamn thing.
Do you like
that's
the peanut
it's
butter?
a different ratio.
Do you like the little ones? Like the little-
Pieces.
No, not the pieces. The ones that are in the little tiny
The,
wrappers.
the mini cups or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course.
Those ones are my favorite.
Well, they're tiny. They're like
Well, that's all you need.
a giant.
That's all you need.
It's honestly true. That's probably
I've
still
seen those like the
gram.
big ones, and
Yes.
I'm like, Jesus fucking
Yeah, dude.
Christ!
I got
like,
through half of one when I was eating like that, and I almost passed out.
Yeah,
I don't know
those
what
are.
the fuck. I mean,
I that's too much for me. Like, I just want a piece of that.
well, it
That's-
occurred to me that it's meant to be served like a fucking pie.
yeah,
I didn't really think it was single
You're
serving. I'm just
sitting
gonna
there
go in.
like,
Yeah, I just realized like it's a
Is
fucking
it?
pie. Yeah, it's meant to
People's-
be divided into like 64ths or whatever. You know,
Slices for sure.
people don't go into
Wow.
diabetic comas because they think they can just eat the fucking thing.
Well, you obviously did.
and he went into a coma.
All right.
It's worth it.
So I don't have a favorite candy, but I do like Kit Kats. Those are like, if those are there, that's one of the ones I go through. Or like the Crunch Bar.
Oh, you have them at home. You want this one or you
I've got
Ooh,
plenty.
Crunch Bar's
Okay, good.
good.
Crunch is
I
an
like
old. Like
Crunches.
remember like
Yeah.
Crunch and
Simple.
Bunch of Crunch, or like what is the like
Bunch of crunch.
the other one that's got like the crunchy rice in it? I think not the 100-gram bar. There's another. It's like an off-brand.
Fuck. What is the not crackle bar?
Yeah.
Crackle?
Oh God.
Crackle? Is it called Crackle?
Crackle? Crackle. No. What?
I don't
It's
know.
like the Hershey crackle.
Something like that.
It's like
I
in a
don't know,
red
but
wrapper?
I
There is
What
a
did I-
crackle though.
it might be
Are you
Crackle.
talking about the one that was it Shaq?
I have
endorsed
no
years
idea.
ago?
It's just chocolate and like crunchy rice
Yeah.
or something in there. I like that one a lot too.
No, man. I'm thinking of
That
what
seems
the
more
fuck is-
European
What is that
though.
called? Son
Chocolate
of a
and
bitch.
wafers and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm blank on the name. I cannot think of the name of
It
that.
might just be
can't.
Crackle.
okay.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
Please do, because of course I haven't had one. in a
Because John
long
never
time.
looks things up.
I'm doing Wilt, okay? I'm busy, all right? I have this
meeting my
delicious-
kid.
Dan knows which one he's talking about.
Speaking of
What
Kit
do you guys
Kats,
think about Milk Duds?
Oh,
you can fuck off.
You know, I'm not gonna say I hate them, but I just don't. Every time I eat them, I'm kind of like, ugh.
I actually don't mind them, but like that's like 3-4 of them. That's enough.
What's
yeah, the little
this-
mini pack.
I prefer like
Yeah.
junior mints or no. This is like
Those are good.
popcorn or theater.
no,
candy is
Junior
what I'm
Mints is strictly for surgery.
yeah, that is yeah. Well, no.
Oh,
Observing
it's
surgery, I know.
Yeah.
it's Crackle with a K.
Well, yeah, that's what I was imagining.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the other one that I'm like, that was pretty good.
Crackle.
Crackle.
Yeah, okay.
I can't think of the last time I had a crackle
Oh, just
bar.
crack.
Just another sort of crack. I mean, that's all candy bars.
Now, what is your favorite, though? Is it actually Milk Duds? Because I hope not.
I don't know. Milk Duds my favorite, but I enjoy them quite a bit.
I know his favorite
Yours is-
milk or chocolate bar in general.
yes.
Ooh, is it a newlywed game? What's his fucking favorite? What's his favorite game?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think she'll get it. It's so fucking random. as
You never
fuck.
fucking get it for Halloween. Maybe once in my life that I ever
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
I'll make a
it's-
whole candy bar.
It's
Can I
the
guess?
dumbest candy bar ever.
Can I
It's not-
guess? Can I guess what it is?
Yeah.
I think you've heard me say it.
Whatchamacallits?
No.
Is it a
Okay.
It's
nut
worse
roll?
than
My,
that,
my
man.
next was
Nut
zero
I
roll?
do
bars.
love nut rolls. That might be my number 2.
Okay. Not nut roll. All right.
Oh, a good nut roll or a Butterfinger. Those two. I'd grab
Do they
those
even
over
make
all of them.
Butterfingers anymore? I haven't seen those in a
Yeah,
while.
they do.
Okay, Butterfingers are good, but I haven't seen. They always get like.
So-
there's a lot of chew in the teeth.
So Derek, what
Yeah, small things, small amounts.
the fuck is it?
0 candy bar. I should have had like.
I was literally going to
No,
say
no,
I was going to
it's
say
okay.
0, then I started talking to you. That was my next.
you weren't. You
my
said
next question.
whatchamacallit.
And then my next question, I was going to say I was going to guess. Sarcastic, I was going to say 0, but who the fuck eats that? Okay, well I guess I'm. Wow,
This guy.
I should have said 0.
This guy.
Goddamn
You
it.
like them?
I mean, I had one maybe 25
Yeah,
years
it's
ago.
kind
They-
of forgettable.
what are they fucking? What is it? What is it? It's gross. It's like
It's
a
some
nougat.
sort of fucking Snicker
It's like
Milky
a
Way,
nougat
but
with a
white
shell or
It's all it is. It's white too. It's the
like
exact
a
same
white
candy bar,
chocolate
but it's white.
Snickers
Yeah, it's
with
white chocolate.
everything.
But it's just like a mush bar. It's not even like chewy. It just goes.
Oh, I thought it is like some sort
no,
of
it's got
mallow.
snap to it.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's not like it's not crunchy, but it's not.
It's a Milky Way,
Yeah.
whatever, just different with a
Yeah.
different
So
color.
0 bar. I remember they were real popular at my creepy private school, church school I went to. For some reason, it was real popular.
See, that's very sus.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little weird.
What? What part?
Just in the church group, like, is it
No,
some
no.
sort
Well,
of
like the school. Like the entire school was obsessed with 0 bars. Barely you still get them at Walmart.
Which school?
Omaha Christian Academy.
Oh, OCC.
Yeah, so it's like
OCA.
so it's a white. It's
The OCA is on it,
like a
man.
nougaty.
the
Yeah,
OCA.
it's like a
It
weird.
You gotta watch
seems
out about
like,
that.
is it
Anyway.
a Jeezy thing then? Jesus-ly thing?
What?
Milky Ways or whatever zeros.
I don't know, but they're because they're that white, chocolatey.
It's purity,
but
okay?
Like
Like Christ intended.
that's honestly kind of. I kind of want to.
I was trying to
What's the
make
kind-
him say too.
What's the kind? That's the kind that I like is white on the inside, then brown on the inside.
Oh,
all right, because that's the zero.
It
bar.
is like that, huh? White on the outside, brown on the inside.
Black cock.
Is that like a? Do you think that's a subtle message? About
I have
these
absolutely
fucking-
no fucking clue, but apparently
I'm gonna put that conspiracy out
They were-
there into the world.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's throw it out there. This is definitely a thing. We discovered it tonight, and now
Anyone that eats 0 bars is.
they're probably part of the Aryan Nation. Let's just be honest.
Oh yeah, that's where I was
Look
gonna
at-
go with.
look at that hair.
0 bars?
They're probably lizard people.
Look at
I don't even know how we
Goddamn.
got to
you.
this.
You look at his hair, and you
tangent
tell me he's not a Nazi youth. Now we know about him and the 0 bars, the pure
Yeah.
white chocolate bars.
He can grow a pretty good mustache.
And from here to here,
Brown inside.
right here to right here looks real Aryan. Here to here,
Everywhere,
okay?
all over.
Here, about this high all down to this low.
So those who are not watching the
Are you
podcast,
doing
there
the
are
Nazi
some
salute at me?
no,
hand
I'm
signals
marking you
going
out.
on here.
I'm highlighting your Nazi
showing
face.
the height of
Looks
things
like
with
the
a
Nazis
full, full movement of the
Full.
arm.
I'm being. I want to make sure I'm.
Let's karate
clear.
chop in the air and just hold it there. Let's put it that way.
I was making sections in the
Your
air.
elbow
Let's
wasn't
move
bad.
on.
Your elbow
We
wasn't
do
bad.
an audio show, so.
Who else's favorite candy bar?
What's your favorite candy bar to
No one
put in like
asked
a
me,
fridge or a
assholes.
freezer? Or
That's what I say. Who else
Do you have any
said-
that totally changes it for you? Where you're like, it's okay, and then I have it
No.
cold, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Wait,
Kit
hold
Kat
on.
is Kit Kat
Kit Kat's
is
money
top
in the
notch.
fucking-
Pause. For, have
Kit
you
Kat's
ever
good or frozen,
have you
I
done the
like that.
frozen Reese's?
Yeah,
course.
and
Are
again,
you serious?
Everything's been
Fuck-
frozen
no,
and tried.
Fuck that.
See,
So,
John,
no,
that's what I
Do you have to
at
ask
my
the question?
house.
Just
He
assume the
freezes
answer's
his
yes.
zero.
no. Frozen Oreos.
Zeros
damn
do
it,
not
frozen
go well in the
Reese's.
refrigerator. It'll ruin the experience.
Okay,
It's
my first
really
time doing
poor,
that, I went out. I bought specifically a Reese's cup package, like just the one, and I put it in the freezer. And then I got out of the freezer and went to eat it. Not only was I pissed off that I couldn't eat it, now I had to wait an extra fucking 20 minutes to eat a goddamn Reese's cup that I thought I could eat right now. Fuck frozen Reese's.
I think they're a good combo.
How do you
But
eat them? You physically cannot eat them.
You just kind of like take a chunk and like it melts and bites you.
Gnaw
Like
on
you
it.
Uh,
Yeah.
you gotta
Gotta crack
give
it
it some
too.
gum. Like attack it like
Yeah.
you're trying to get the marrow out of it. Like
Ravenously.
I know how to bite things, Dan.
I know,
Obviously.
I know. It was a little too much for
So-
me, but let's not go there.
So if I couldn't get through this fucking this Reese's, I don't know who the fuck else could. It really pissed me off. I was sitting there stabbing with a fork trying to break it up to.
Dude, have you ever like done ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Get some vanilla bean ice cream
Uh-huh.
and a Reese's on the side, and then a little bit of like the chocolate and like caramel syrup.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Well, yeah, that's
Top notch.
yeah, but the Reese's is ready to fucking eat. Sorry.
yeah, but you take little
Or you
pieces
just
of
put
it
a
off.
frozen
Okay,
one in the
let's calm
bottom of
down.
the bowl.
Everybody calm down. I didn't realize this
I'm
was
so
such a
mad.
controversial
Make
topic.
a little sandwich.
We are about to fight.
I was so
over
mad
these
about
things.
that because it kept me from my fucking Reese's. I like whatchamacallits. That's why I call it because that was so good.
In the
What's it
refrigerator
called?
or freezer?
No.
That's the topic right
No.
now.
No, he did get to say his favorite one yet.
Okay.
Let him have his favorite.
I'm sorry.
It's a whatchamacallit.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit is you serve that like right as it starts to melt. Like you can't. It's got to be that like a little above lukewarm. Then it really gets that.
Do you leave
the
it in the front of
texture's
your
like-
truck first to get it there?
Yeah, get it like kind of like slurp it out of the package because the chocolate's melted. Because it's got everything in it. It's just it's a refuse candy bar. It's literally shit that's left over they throw into this candy. I'm not joking.
No, that makes
It
sense.
has everything.
Refuse candy.
I've never
How
heard
do
it
we
said like
recycle
that.
this trash?
But
I mean-
I do believe it.
It sounds like
makes
shit.
sense.
Sounds like shit.
We can make a, I don't know,
it's
whatchamacallit.
part. It's like it's
Perfect.
It's the shit left over. The
It's,
clippings.
no, it's seriously. It's a Kit Kat, Reese's, Snickers, and like it's like like 7 different things. Like
It's probably the
one
things they
thing.
sweep off the floor.
That's what I said. The refuse candy
It's
bar.
that stuff left in the bottom of
well,
the barrel.
no, I'm thinking
okay?
like there's like a trolley, the things that fall down or whatever. But then it's like, well, there's probably also pieces that fall on the floor that they pick up and throw into it.
I want that job. The guy that sweeps. Ooh,
Carly, what's your favorite candy out of the refrigerator or freezer?
Freezer
Indoor
Kit
both.
Kat.
Freezer Kit Kat. Yeah.
I would say refrigerated, maybe a Snickers.
Yes.
See, I don't even know if I have a favorite fridge candy bar. just talking about like a normal candy bar.
Milky Ways.
Reese's are good in
Milky
the
Ways in the fridge are
fridge,
pretty good
too.
too.
I just
Kit
like
Kat bar is a
Reese's.
perfect like introductory candy
Yeah,
into that
yeah.
style of candy bar.
So do you guys? Do any of you guys
Just
like?
start with that, work your way up. You know, you'll get there.
Does anyone like?
Pretty soon you'll be doing
Almond
Thin Mints in
Joys
there. It's
or
just
Mounds?
woof.
I like all
Then you're
joys.
fancy.
Yeah. You feel like a nut.
No,
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just want the mounds. You know.
I don't. Yeah, I like.
When you
I
feel like a
take
nut,
I
you
take
get
the
the
bite
Almond
of
Joy.
just the whatever.
The cream.
The cream, just so that it can have the one with the almond in it.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
Did you ever try to bite the
done
almond in
that.
half?
Oh yeah,
And maybe my first time.
Not
ever
worth
trying
it.
I always, every time I do it, because I'm like, I mean, both almond, damn it.
No, you
Full
just
point.
take the little long end
What?
and take that piece off. and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
Eat the rest whole.
I feel like I have.
you gotta
done
trim
that.
it up and then savor the best center part.
I think you do like 3 bites, so I usually just go right in the middle of it.
Well, yeah, I guess if it's in the middle, you could take a bite on each end and then have the almond part at the end.
Wow.
It's like candy math.
Changing my whole world view on
Yeah,
this.
I've
almond
never
joy.
tried it
Wait,
like
so-
that.
so-
I think I've just put it in my mouth too.
And that's the
almond
other
joy we're
option is
talking
just
about?
just fucking
Yeah.
skull it
One big-
because like
Skull it?
because you gotta you could have the full experience or half of 2 experiences.
I mean, it
That makes
depends
sense.
on what kind of night it's going to be. Like,
I mean, I want the full flavor of the coconut and the almond. But
Yeah.
then if you section it, it doesn't always work. If you eat the chocolate first and then the almond, the ratio's all fucked up. I think it was designed to just skull the whole fucking thing.
See, now
Put
that
it
I'm
back.
thinking about it, I think my normal thing is
Go
to
fuck
bite
yourself with our
right,
candy.
right in the middle. Try to break the almond because you want it to be a perfect half.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
know,
just said.
It never
It never
happens.
will be.
It never happens. But I used to like playing that odds. You know,
it's the mind game.
Twix
it's
are
whether
pretty
you
good.
want the almond
Get
or
it.
not.
Go in there.
I like Twix when they're not frozen and not refrigerated.
You know you want to get this right. You didn't
I
get
like
it right this
Twix
time.
regardless.
Buy another
I've had
try
frozen
again.
into a refrigerator
I
too.
thought that was your favorite.
I've never liked coconut that much, so like
It might be.
eh.
And that's the
Say
thing.
it.
Most
Oh.
almond joys, I'm thinking the pack comes with 2.
That's pretty
You
nice.
know,
Yeah.
so you get 2
Oh,
chances.
what?
You know,
Oh,
Especially
and
orange
like the
Kit Kat.
gas station.
yeah, like your
I don't think I've ever-
candy bar size.
I can't last time I held a candy bar sized candy bar because like it's either free. I usually get free
Well,
candy.
they're like always changing
What
sizes
what
and shit.
candies
No, I'm
come
saying- I'm
out
saying like a-
seasonally that you like the most?
No.
You know, like they might have versions of something like white covered Reese's Halloween cups.
Ooh, yeah,
That-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The little marshmallow things with the orange filling.
Do
Snowballs?
not say peeps.
No,
He's
they're not
not-
peeps.
no.
They're covered in chocolate.
they're
They're
like-
for like Easter
Scared me.
and maybe Christmas.
Is it like
too.
a little Debbie
like the
thing?
marshmallow cream sandwiches or whatever dipped in chocolate.
It's not a sandwich. No, it's like the marshmallow cream dipped in dark chocolate with the orange on the inside. It's like orange fluff on the inside.
Well, I think it's the like snowballs, and they have like a different color for every.
I don't know which one
They're
you're talking
Russell
about.
Stover.
Oh, of course they are.
What does that
Okay.
mean?
It's good chocolate.
Fancy.
To be fair, there
Well,
are
I don't
some,
know fancy chocolate.
There
I
are
know
some Russell
Snowballs.
Do you eat
Stovers that
those out
come
of
out
the
around like the
refrigerator
Christmas
or
time that are like the white chocolate
temperature?
with something else in them. Not the mint ones,
They're
but
better in the refrigerator.
those are okay. As far as like fancy
How do you
chocolates.
guys feel about the orange Kit Kat?
Nah, I've
I
never
don't
tried it. No.
What
Oh,
the
it's so
fuck?
much- The orange Kit Kat. I tried finding them at Baker's the other day. I couldn't find them, but
Okay,
they're really good. Like the white Kit Kat, but better.
I do like a white Kit Kat.
Well, I fear change, and I shall keep my bushes. So
they look
Yeah.
like that, but orange filled.
they look like sugar cookies. I can't see it really.
You've never had one of those? The raspberry one's good too.
Oh no, I think I do know what you're talking about.
I mean, they have them for every holiday. I think they do. Apparently, they do pumpkin.
What were those squishy things you brought over that one time?
Mochi.
What?
Mochi.
That
oh,
sounds
mochi
right.
are good. Yeah,
I think it's.
They used to have the good ones.
there's a
at
whole bunch of
Baker's
different
before-
flavors.
I
It's
got
of those.
I was doing a video thing at Hollywood Candy, so I brought the like orange or orange something. I don't know. They're
Oh,
Japanese.
dude. So actually, now we're going to a whole different candy section, right?
Let's do it.
The Asian market.
I don't know it.
They have some very interesting and good candies. There's one that is like
I like
it's
Mexican
a
candy.
ginger kind of like hard candy. Like you know how like you get the
I like
caramel
dried
hard
ginger.
candy?
People candy.
Well, like you get your caramel from your grandma. I think these are like the same thing, but it's like a ginger one. And then there was
The
it was like a
Werther's?
chewy kiwi one that I really liked.
I've had that
do-
before. It's that's really tasty.
Yeah, yeah. There's some more I need to explore. I had some weird Mexican one that was like a spicy mango candy.
I've had some spicy mango.
And honestly,
That sounds
we should
Mexican.
explore these a little more because there's some very good flavors versus just it's chocolate with peanut butter or it's chocolate with caramel. We're Americans.
It's probably healthier for you.
Probably not. It's tons of sugar, but still, they're pretty good. There's a lot of weird stuff there. Or the Pokies, or is that what they're called? The pretzel with like chocolate
Pocky.
on? Yeah,
Pocky.
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 Yeah.
I love those.
Those are pretty
the
good.
strawberry ones are my favorite.
Those are Asian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese.
I've never had them.
Oh, they're
wow.
pretty damn good.
I think I tried to get
Yeah,
some
the
with me.
candy
Like,
section
those
of the
don't
Asian
look
market is
fun.
very like, ooh.
They're just
I
like,
think I may have
it's like a
wandered
cookie
through
stick,
that.
and
See,
then just dip it in
one
something
point, I
like
was like,
chocolate or white chocolate or
fuck?
strawberry.
I one
Other
time
flavors.
walked through the Asian market and I did not know what the hell I was looking at for every aisle I went down.
Yeah.
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 I did not see a candy section.
There's a
Oh,
candy
it's like
section.
right up front.
And maybe if I saw it, I just didn't even realize.
There's a lot of
that-
different
You know, it was
flavors.
candy. It was just, is this a
feel like
grenade?
What is this?
yeah.
There is one they sell
Some
there
sort of
that you
soup?
should never get is the durian candies.
Candy soup.
Durian?
Oh, that's
Durian.
jackfruit.
No, durian is not jackfruit. Durian is a special kind of fruit that smells like death.
It does-
That's
and it,
jackfruit.
and it tastes like
No,
a fart.
It's not the
A
same. as,
durian is jackfruit.
I don't think it's the same thing.
Oh.
Jackfruit's a little different because jackfruit
Jackfruit's
is actually
huge.
tasty.
Yeah.
Well, when
Durian-
it's cooked, it's different.
They look similar, but the jackfruit gets to be like this big. Durian are about that big, and they're extra spiky. The other one, like the jackfruit, is a small, spiky kind of thing, and when you pull it open, you can make like pulled pork style vegan food with that. It's much sweeter. Durian actually smells like death.
Yeah, but how come durian
What does it
biscuits are
taste
good?
like?
Huh?
It tastes like a kind of like an onion fart.
I did not like
Onion
it.
fart.
No,
Yeah.
no. Apparently, if you like, you know how some people think cilantro tastes like soap.
Yeah.
If you like durian, it's fucking amazing. If you don't like durian, it's death.
Okay, jackfruit is different.
Interesting.
Durian is said to taste like a mixture of cheese, almonds, caramel, and onion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That sounds good.
Yeah. It's
But dude, no, it's a
very
fucking
unique.
awful
I heard
smell.
the
but,
smell
like,
is like
well, it,
will
yeah,
make people
I
pass
tried.
out.
I tried the candy, and I'm definitely not a durian person. I was like, all right, I'm trying to enjoy this shit. Like, it's awful. It smells awful, and like, nah, this is just awful. The person I was eating it was like, I like it, pretty good, right? I'm like, dude, you're a fucking psycho. Like,
Well, I mean, if they
but he
like
might
it
not
though,
like cilantro. He might be like cilantro soap, and I'm like, dude, pile that on my tacos.
Yeah,
so you
but-
never know.
if he probably tests all sorts of people with that. You know,
Probably.
if he likes them, he probably really loves it. You know, he said. So,
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a weird
He's
thing.
determined to like it so he could show off.
have you ever
There-
ate?
there's that. I was trying to like it to be like, oh yeah, exotic flavors. I was like, no, this is fucking gross.
So it just sounds like somebody that goes out of the way to be like, I like this weird thing.
I'm unique.
Here, taste the
I'm
fart.
special.
they cook durian when it's cooked. They're supposed to say that that's similar though to jackfruit.
I'm sure like it like breaks up the same way and stuff, but jackfruit's actually kind of sweet. Like I do
Yeah.
actually like eating jackfruit.
They use a lot of vegan
Yeah,
stuff.
It has like
It's
so,
supposed to taste like pork.
but it has the consistency too. So if you take jackfruit and
Like
then you
pulled
like cook
pork.
it down and like spread it around and then do barbecue sauce on it, it has the same consistency. It's much sweeter, but it still has like that meaty chew of like cooked pork.
I feel like I've seen it on a menu somewhere.
Jackfruit's pretty good. If you get a chance, try it. But like, if you crack open a jackfruit and like cut the thing out of like, you gotta pull.
What's
all
it
this-
look like?
Yeah, it is. So normally it's from like a foot to like 3 feet wide, and then or long, and then like 8 to 12 inches wide, and it's kind of like the spiky yellow orangey plant. Then you pull it off and cut it
Damn.
open, and it's got all these like weird fibers in there. So when you pull the fibers aside, you get these little pods that are the actual fruit, and they're fibers too, but they kind of taste like a Jolly Rancher in a way. Yeah, there you go.
Jackfruit tastes like
Oh
Jolly
wow!
Rancher.
Or Jolly Rancher, or like what is the flavor? Not Jolly Rancher.
It's supposed to take like
Juicy
taste
fruit. Like
pulled
juicy
pork
fruit.
when it's
Juicy
cooked.
fruit.
It's kind of like juicy fruit if you just eat it
I love
naturally.
juicy fruit.
But like mild and not like
That's like
I mean,
that's
it's a
vegan
it's a
barbecue.
weird thing. But when you cook it right and like grill it and put sauces on it and stuff, it has the same like. There's a lot of chewy texture, so you can make a vegan substitute for pulled
That's
pork.
cool. That's cool.
They have it
So have you
at a
had
couple
it?
of like barbecue restaurants. I've never had it. I want to try it.
It's worth trying, especially if you're doing the vegan thing. Like, I would choose pork over it if it's if there's the option. But if that's what it is, I'll be like, fuck yeah, give me some of that.
What do you think's the best way to use jerk fruit?
I
or
think that's
jackfruit.
the way.
Probably the jerk fruit. The best way to use a jerk
You
fruit.
put it in your mouth and swallow. All right.
Well, I know, but just like,
No,
do
that's
you eat
probably
it
one of
raw, or like, are you supposed to make it into a jam or something? I don't know.
I
Like,
think that's probably the best way of like cooking it that I've ever heard, because most people either like you eat it or they put it in. You know how like you get peaches in a can, but kind of do something
Canned.
like that with that.
yeah, okay.
because you can buy it in cans like that. And, a lot of people who go cheap with it that don't want to go through the process of like skinning the fruit itself will just buy the can of it, drain it, and then they'll cook it with the barbecue sauce and stuff.
Yeah, they have it at some barbecue joints here in Omaha.
It's worth trying.
Yeah,
like, it's really good. I actually enjoy it.
So I was gonna ask, has anyone had the candy with like a bug in it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
What kind of bug?
I had a
I've had
scorpion
a
one.
cricket and a scorpion.
I never
yeah.
ate it. It was a scorpion sucker. It's like
Dude,
tequila
it's
scorpion sucker.
Yeah, I was given like a worm one.
It
once,
was
and I
just
liked it.
sweet candy, and that doesn't even taste like anything. It's just in there.
Yeah, you're supposed to stop before you get to the worm.
No, you can eat it. Let's not
eat the scorpion.
So, after we're done with candy, let's get into eating bugs as a conspiracy. So we'll stop that right now.
Have
But
we already
like,
covered that?
no, okay.
have.
Tyson actually opened up a plant in the United States that they're
Crickets.
going to be doing.
No, I wish I was drinking Hennessy.
Some sort of black something fly. I forget. Like, there's some sort of fly that they're going to be breeding in the waste material.
A fly?
Yeah, check it out. Just let me go with it. So, open a facility. They are taking waste from other like Tyson plants and other things,
Chicken
and they're
shit.
taking that there.
Is
and
this
they're
here in
breeding
Omaha?
the flies. No, it's in the United States. I forget which like
In
state.
general.
Yeah, they want you to know.
There's one plant so far. So they breed all this. Like they take the waste, are breeding the flies and the larvae in that, and they're using it for animal feed right now. And they're like, they actually have quotes where like, it's not.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know. I stopped recording for a little while.
Oh,
Are you
you.
fucking serious?
Yeah, I missed Dan. I probably missed Dan's rant.
Of course you did. You turned it off when I was.
No, I
ranting.
didn't.
You're like, I don't want to hear about the bugs.
Government
we're
doesn't
I
about
didn't
to eat."
touch
people
it.
to hear what Dan just had to say.
My computer just sucks. I don't know when it stopped though.
That's a big chicken getting your computer.
Do you want me to
Do you have
read the
malware?
article?
Yeah, Dan, show us this article. What website's it on?
Fox News. There's also it's also on CNN, and then there's on a couple other ones.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I clicked on the Fox one, which I didn't mean to.
Oh,
Tyson
yeah.
Food is partnering with Dutch Bug Company or protein company to bring insect farming to the U.S. using livestock waste as feed. And this one doesn't have the actual company name because it's on Fox, so fuck Fox.
So,
But there is-
so they're gonna feed the animal shit to the insects. In turn, they'll grind up the insects and feed them back to the animals.
Yes.
That sounds unhealthy.
Yeah, you're not cleansing the ecosystem. You need to bring fungi in. Let the fungi feed off the shit.
Yeah, create
That's
some
the
minerals
problem.
and
That's
shit.
the problem. The fungus doesn't eat shit.
They don't want the
Okay.
fungus. There's a fungus
It
in
maybe
there.
is
worms,
the black
maybe.
soldier fly to be correct about all this.
Is that the common?
The meat processor said on Tuesday that it has invested in Protix, a Netherlands-based insect ingredient maker. Tyson is not only making a minority stake in the company, but is working alongside to build U.S. factories. That factory will use animal waste to feed black soldier flies, which will then be turned into food for pets, poultry, and fish. Tyson did not disclose the financial specifications of this deal. And then later on in the article, it goes down to a point where they're like, we are focusing on animal feed, not for human consumption yet. But they put yet before that period. So,
No, people get the EU out of the way and then actually do it. They're like,
Yeah.
we don't care anymore.
so basically, y'all and we're going to be eating
planned
nasty.
starvation and forced insect feed in our future.
Dude, read The Great Reset. Read the book. Klaus Schwab, I swear to God, it's all written out years ago. Motherfuckers don't want to read it, so they don't pay attention. But this is all long-term plans.
Quit, dude.
And if you paid attention to it years ago, you'd be like, oh,
I assume this is for population control.
Ow, bitch!
no, it's just
Just
for
control in general.
like corporate control. They're killing off a bunch of livestock all over the place. Like, a bunch of U.S. factories have been burning down.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
falling apart.
That started a while ago.
Yeah, but it's
Jesus, dude.
When you start feeding your population insects, that
We're-
sounds like it's a planned population control. Like, we're
yeah.
gonna lose some, but
It's-
the ones that want to eat the insects
it's
will
the
keep around to
dystopian
work hard
future
for
everybody predicts. But yeah. Anyways, so that was
There's
my
already
eating bugs.
population control happening. Like birth rates are going down.
Oh yeah, that's
Think about
a
our
fun one.
generation having kids. Everyone had like
5
5 kids.
Male fertility is at the lowest it's ever been. Testosterone is at the lowest it's ever been.
Yeah.
All sorts of weird stuff. A lot of it comes from like plastics and microplastics.
Yeah,
and all the weird
BPA.
Yeah.
toxins we're eating.
We talked about this in the show. The average human was shitting out a debit card worth of plastic weekly,
Yep.
That's pretty.
just from microplastics.
I think
and
about
everything.
it every
Food,
time
water.
I shit.
Why has good? His cuts. It's so sharp.
My
You're just
there went
actually
some more
shitting
poop.
your credit
There went
card?
that poop. Yeah.
What?
There went that microplastics in my poop.
Dude.
Okay, so on a lighter note, anybody see any favorite costumes this year,
I see
especially
any
amongst trick
costumes.
or treaters?
Saw nothing this year.
I saw
the chicken.
my niece
The
dressed
chicken.
up as Ahsoka.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, yeah, I watched that, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We can talk about it later.
You kind of yawned about it.
Well, I
It seemed
burped.
like.
I said, yeah. I was
Okay.
burping.
You don't seem excited at all.
It was all right.
My coworker
I haven't
dressed
watched
up as
it.
Chucky. That was
We'll talk
pretty
about it
funny.
Say what?
It's all right.
Oh,
All right. You. Okay, you were talking. Okay, Ahsoka.
That's it.
Sorry,
Oh.
I derailed. No, your niece.
My niece, my sister likes Star Wars, and the kids like it. Seems like so.
Nice.
I'm not liking Star
Ew.
Wars though.
A wine burp? Ew.
yeah. I haven't
Tastes
been
like
super
wine.
excited for anything about Star Wars in a while. Just hear a bunch of stuff from like, maybe if I get around to it.
Yeah. Andor was the best thing I've seen in a long
Yeah.
time,
Oh, yeah.
and that I'm waiting for season 2 of that. And I mean, I'm not gonna watch what other else.
Do you expect it to be
shows
good
coming
season
out.
2?
No.
Yeah, no, I do because I think the
A lot of
creator
them have
of
had like a
that-
bad season. You're just like, what was that?
the creator of Andor is different than anything else we've seen out of Star
Also,
Wars.
Favreau has nothing to do with
Yeah.
Andor.
So it's like its own. It's like its own like kind of Game of Thrones political intrigue and fucking monologuing and shit.
Huh.
So it's on a whole other level. But and honestly, like it could be its own sci-fi series. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that Zack Snyder movie that's coming out on Netflix? That's like something Moon or something. New Moon? No, that's not right. But he
Part one or
tried to
part two?
sell Disney a Star Wars movie, and they rejected it. He's like, "Well, I can just change some things in this and make it my own movie," you know?
More stars.
Yeah. So it's coming out on Netflix really soon. I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, "It
It's
looks
called Blue
fucking
Moon.
dope. I don't know what it's called. It's something Moon, I thought.
I think it's like some sort of quasi-futuristic or just out in the universe.
Yeah, this is like a sci-fi fucking
Yeah.
adventure.
If you find it, send me the text. I'll look it up.
Derek, would you look up Zack Snyder Netflix?
So I
Zack
missed
Snyder?
a little
Yeah.
bit of movie combo. Have you guys seen that Killers of the Flower Moon is out in theaters?
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna go see it in theaters, but I want to watch
I want to
it.
watch that real bad. I don't know if I could do the theater, but like I read the book, so I really
Oh,
want to see
cool.
the movie.
Isn't it like 3 hours long?
I think it's like 3.5, so that's a
Rebel Moon.
that's
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. Okay.
He's also done all the Army of the Dead stuff.
Yeah. Which is an okay movie. Or wait. Yeah.
That was Zack Snyder.
Yeah. He also did 300 and Sin City
Oh, damn. Yeah.
and Watchmen.
I recognize his name.
He's
but I
done
don't
a lot
know
of
anything
good
he did,
ones.
though.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed him. He sucked at Batman stuff.
Well, DC is
The
really
Snyder Cut was awesome.
The Snyder Cut was good.
So fuck.
Dude, it's just
I
hard
only
to
watched
take
it once.
DC and make it into movies, apparently, because every DC movie I've seen is like, man, like, on paper, that motherfucker's cool.
That's not true. Tim Burton did it great. Yeah, I don't know.
I like
They're
the first one. I
cheesy,
just
but,
rewatched
like-
that one, and I watched the second one back to back. The first one's way better than the second one.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Batman,
Speaking of
You
Batman,
see a Batman costume?
wholesome stories.
Oh, I was the Joker from 1989 Batman.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot about
I
that.
don't think that's the wholesome story we're talking about, you son of a bitch.
Oh, also, I'm Batman.
Also,
Oh, I got you.
Also,
Wholesome story.
I'm Batman.
Oh, so this happened like we didn't do the show last week. So this happened like right after our last show, so about 2 weeks ago. This guy Lenny passed away, who had been retired from work and spent all his time and money on going to different like children's charities, dressed
Okay.
as Batman, and he went so far into it as to getting his own Lamborghini and then having it decked out and customized to look like the old Adam West Batman Batmobile.
Oh, nice. All right.
But it looks even cooler than that one in some ways. But anyways, he passed away. His sons, though, are big Batman fans too. It's like originally started as a thing he did for his kids. So they're carrying on the tradition now. But I guess he made internet fame for getting pulled over with like a license plate
I've
issue.
seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen someone getting pulled over in
Here's
a
the
souped up
picture of his
car. Okay, yeah. I've,
Wait, let me-
I want to see.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought it was in China where that happened, though. I didn't know that was here because
It was like in Missouri.
Okay, well, I've seen
There's a
somebody
story
getting pulled
here.
over in their Batman car and like getting out of the car in full regalia and all that. And the cop is just like walking up, just like, what the fuck? And then they ended up being cool and the guy drove away. But
Well, there's that one Batman guy from a while ago that had a black Lambo and he got like hit, like as Batman. And killed him.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Total the Batman car.
Or killed him.
Oh, ooh. Well, at least
Yeah.
he died doing what he loved.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? But I remember I saw there was a video of him getting.
I mean, honestly,
Trump
if I got killed
Yeah.
randomly in an accident, being in a Batman costume in my
Would be
I
Batmobile,
pretty
think his
goddamn
car broke
awesome.
down. He
That'll be
pulled
the way to
over and he
go.
just like got clipped pretty hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
So the car wasn't totaled.
fuck the
I
car.
don't know about his car, but he got hit by oncoming traffic. His body did.
oh.
Yeah, too
On
bad
a
that Batman
highway.
still wasn't real.
I mean,
it did
well, that's
not
also
have the structural stability it needed to be a crime fighter, obviously.
it was probably
fucked up.
dark.
What's the difference between you and
you
me?
know?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody came running out the side of the road like, I need help, trust this Batman, I mean, I might be a little scared, but like, I'm going to hit this fucker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be curious.
You
to
see
like,
the Bat car though.
Yeah,
you know.
dude,
I
I might
wouldn't
pull
do
over
that.
and find out what kind of adventures we're getting in.
But imagine the guy that just. I think I just hit Batman.
What if his name was Alfred?
Or there's like kids in the car and shit.
Do you think he just drove off laughing maniacally? Like, just laughing like the Joker as he drove off?
Can you imagine the kids going to school the next day and be like, my dad killed Joker?
Your dad killed Joker. No, your dad's the Joker who killed Batman, motherfucker.
Or, yeah.
Have you seen the fucked up real life Joker guy who thinks he's a gangster in Florida?
There's a lot of them. Yeah, a little more specific.
There's a lot of crazy people I've seen.
There was one that was like
Usually
he's
drugs involved.
oh fuck yeah, but no, he's from Florida and he had some post. It's obviously like oh you were trash, but you could tell he likes like rapping. And what's the Insane Clown Posse?
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
But
What's the orange drink they have?
had all that and
Fago.
put it into
Fago.
Florida, and it was just a thing where it's like,
Yeah.
these people are sadly out there, and we have to let them vote.
Uh,
They're not rigid, no.
That's the one group I'm not too worried about not voting.
No, but they're still out there, and you might have to go to a gas station
exactly.
sometime and
you
see
never
them.
know.
Yeah, but
I don't go to Florida often, so you know, not a big concern.
oh shit.
But there's still the Joker people here in Omaha, and I'm sure I've seen a few of them. And
I mean, he's a cultural icon. You know.
he's a cultural icon, but like.
So many different interpretations.
Yeah.
of
He's not
shit.
supposed to be. He's not
Most
the
of them
fucking
are
hero.
incredibly what you would say cringe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I sent.
Ooh, speaking of that,
Ooh, cringe.
do you know what the next Joker movie is going to be?
I heard it
Bad.
has Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is in it, and it's most likely a musical.
Hey, gotta try something.
You know
gotta
what?
try something.
Honestly, yeah, because
I'll watch it, but
that other
Yeah.
Joker was good.
I liked it.
The Joaquin Phoenix.
I
one?
sent-
never saw it.
You never saw
Never
it?
saw it.
I sent the D&D group
It's,
a funny
it's
thing.
definitely worth it.
No, it's good, but I sent
Yeah.
the D&D group one making fun of that Joker about like what turned you to crime. I didn't get my medicine. You know, like all this stuff is like compared to the old Jokers, which are hardcore. Like I got dumped into acid and like crime. Blah, blah. This
Yeah.
guy's like I didn't get my medicine and like I got beat up on the subway. Somebody stole my sign, and I just snapped. And it like when you put it like in the the very sarcastic context that they put in, it's like yeah, you're right. The old Joker is actually an intense person. This guy, he's just kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
He just got more bitch. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He had some balls in the end, but I liked that Joker more than like the last Batman we saw.
Well, you were. Please don't.
And I liked that Batman.
Jared Leto Joker or the last Dark Knight.
Dark Knight
no,
Joker.
No, I'm talking about not Jared Leto, yes, but I was also talking about the Batman movie with no Joker in it. But who is fuck Pat Robinson? Or whatever.
Oh,
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson. Yeah.
Wasn't that the Riddler?
Yeah,
That was the Riddler, yeah. But I'm just saying, I liked the movie, The Joker, more than that Batman movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
really confused.
No,
about
that was a good movie. It was, but as far
And
as like a hardcore crime
watched it more than
syndicate
once.
leader,
Yeah.
I don't see him as like the like.
Joker?
Well, I
He
think
might
that's
have been a catalyst to make other people go a little crazy. That's what the movie tried to do.
yeah.
But that guy is not badass enough to be like, I'm a criminal. He's just
Well-
an unintentional weirdo.
I'm being psychotic, and that's maybe more what the joke was. It's just a new portrayal
It
on
is.
it. So I think it'd be cool to see him and Lady Gaga. He's like in the asylum. And he's somehow
I'm just saying,
manipulating her.
if that Joker, like the new one, was to be in a subway with me and trying some Joker shit, I could take it. I wouldn't need Batman to help me.
yeah. for
The
sure.
other Joker, I'd be
Yeah, but he's
really
also got
worried
his
about
minions.
acid and all the other weird shit.
He's got minions and shit. That's really the he just got swept up in it.
He doesn't have minions. He has people who are following his ideology. It's like the Mask for V for Vendetta, That guy's not in charge of anything. He just sparked a revolution.
Yeah.
And that's different than being like, I'm going to blow up buildings. That's a lot different than like
That's
an
Fight
actual...
Club.
Well, no, it's like...
Well, yeah, but
So there's like, Joker was like, say, a terrorist, right? Joker's a terrorist. This guy is an internet troll who people were like, I sympathize with it. And that's the difference between the like Jokers that I saw.
Jesus.
well, that was the Riddler you're talking about. Or
No,
whatever, right?
like the new Joker,
Yeah.
like the one we're talking about. He's just
Jared Leto.
No.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
It's a good Joker, but he's not some leader of a terrorist group who's going out and doing like crazy ass shit for the sake of chaos. He's just a little nuts, and then people like latched on. Like you see those memes where people are like putting American
But-
Psycho out there, where they have like the sad post and they show the American Psycho guy. That's what that Joker is. It's a lot different than
Yeah.
a fucking psycho.
But I was hoping they get to the progression because if there's a sequel, there's
Oh.
probably gonna be a trilogy, and
I'll
it'll
watch
be
it.
a fucking.
If this is a
I hope he
musical,
gets a little harder.
do you
I don't
think
know.
that? What would you think if the plot was something like? Part of it, he was a failed artist. Has been like a traditional thing in his past.
Are we going
So
there?
what if he like? It's like his coming out party as the Joker because he's like maybe his art is music.
yeah, or his art.
That's
No,
That's
his
where I
art
thought
was
that
his
was going.
dance. In this, his art was his dance. And being a clown, right?
No, he wanted to be a comedian too. So I don't know.
Maybe it's just a failed artist, and you're right.
Yeah.
So holy shit, we're gonna.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Who knows though?
This
Who
could
knows?
go real dark
Would you
real
like-
fast, and I could be eating my words here about like a charismatic leader. Sorry.
See, that's the thing, because I think the group he's with could like radicalize him too.
Yeah. Well, see, that's again the internet thing about that fucking,
Yeah.
that I was talking about a dark meme or
It's
whatever.
just like a hole or whatever they call it. Your web? No, what's it called?
What?
Bubble. Everyone lives in their own bubble.
Oh,
you
the
know?
echo chamber.
Echo chamber.
Echo
yeah.
chambers, yeah.
No matter what you find on the web, it feeds it to
That's
you.
why we do this show. You get a lot of
Ooh.
different perspectives and news.
So back to echo chambers. Can I say a thing about TikTok?
yes,
Yeah, I'm recording.
So, there are different versions of TikTok. So, in China, TikTok is actually used to promote, like, they're showing children who are doing well at school, succeeding in karate championships.
Oh yeah,
like,
we've known this for a while.
yeah, so in America, we are showing, like, it's cool to prank people and do stupid dances and stupid shit. And so you see the cultural differences there. And this gets back to a theory I have about fifth generational warfare.
I don't think they use TikTok in China. It's like a completely different app.
That's
Well,
what you just said.
It is the same app, it's a completely different algorithm.
Yeah.
So the app is used to promote like positive social norms and positive social growth, whereas in America it was a Chinese company, so they released it into America. The American version is to promote negative social interactions. You still get the same dopamine hit, but Americans are being fed like do pranks, fail at things, eat Tide Pods and shit. And in China, the same app is being used to like do good at school, do well at your competition. Succeed at the gym, things like that. So you have these two different ideologies that the like generations that we're raising are going to grow up on. And you have
China's going
Americans-
to take over. It's not that.
Oh yeah, but
Dan,
that's-
you might be in an echo chamber though. Like
I might be.
I see a lot of just funny shit.
There's a lot of funny
Yeah,
shit.
that's your echo chamber.
You have TikTok?
No, I see funny shit too, but the like the
I don't
actual
have TikTok.
difference that they're showing as far as the majority
Mine.
of things, it is
Well,
two different algorithm specifically
sometimes
designed to do
Yeah, yeah.
two different things.
So I mean, YouTube's doing that now.
yeah.
YouTube's been like that though.
I mean, recently, in the
Twitter
past, like, year or
or
so. Yeah,
X has
quick.
been that. Facebook, if you use it.
No, the video platform. So the YouTube Shorts trying to take.
Oh, I
TikToks.
see. Well, Instagram did that too with Reels or whatever.
I don't use Instagram, so I don't know.
Well, they have it.
Cool.
So in the
Oh,
name
you're
of end of October Halloween, John, what is Movember November?
Okay, so Movember or November?
November.
What?
Mo or is it move?
Movember.
Movember.
Movember,
I'm
November.
familiar.
Or You gotta read it like it's.
Read it like it's wrote.
Just,
God damn
yeah,
it.
but you just have like a quote mark and it says November.
I
just
forgot the
says
other quote.
November.
No nut November?
No, God no.
John can't do
I
it.
put the wrong. No,
Of course not.
hell, one day in,
You made it.
Already failed.
Stay strong.
I was debating if I should do Movember this year, like I did last year, where I just had the stash.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if
It used to be no shave November, and then they
Yeah,
specified
yeah.
the only area that you're not supposed to shave.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because people were just, trimming and stuff.
So you're gonna grow a mustache now?
I
Is that
have a
what you're saying?
mustache, but last year when I cut my beard off, and I just had the mustache. I'm trying to figure out if I should do that again.
Your
Thoughts?
face will be cold.
Thoughts? That's the thing.
Do it.
Negative thing is my face
it.
is
You
fucking
don't
cold.
have to shave it off in December. You let it grow all year.
No, it's November. You have a mustache in November. That's it. That's all it is.
Oh, I see.
It's a subcategory
I
of the
see.
no shave
I thought you were going to
November.
not shave in November and then shave it into a mustache.
No.
No, you just do
No,
the mustache.
But,
That's why
or do I
Mo
go
instead
to
of
Florida
no.
rocking only a mustache?
Do it. Become a cop.
That's a good idea.
I was going to say, would I blend in Florida if I just had a mustache?
I mean, I think everyone blends in
Ah,
Florida.
fuck, good point. That's a good
Yeah.
You know,
Whatever weird shit you want to do, you're cool.
yeah, you'll find it in
point. Good
Florida.
point, good
We're
point.
about to find out. We leave Saturday for
I
Florida.
hope
This
you guys have
Saturday.
This Saturday.
What area are you guys going to again?
Destin, it's on the
Destin's
Panhandle.
probably
We're
not
on an
gonna be
island
any
right off the in the
weirder.
Gulf.
Okay.
Basically South
There's gonna be a
Alabama.
lot of weird.
Alabama.
Yeah, but it's a
Alright.
resort.
Yeah, you're not going to
No,
get
there's
the...
weirdos everywhere in Dustin.
Minimal
You'll get-
security.
You'll get a few of the
Resort.
weirdos, but you won't get like the full
Yeah,
living
you
in their
will.
neighborhood. You'll get them coming to your neighborhood, which is actually probably a little more wild than the shit they'll do at home, but
It's they call it Southern Alabama for a reason.
this is going to be fun.
A lot of Confederate flags.
Oh,
Lot
yeah.
of Confederate
Yeah.
flags.
Oh, shit.
Very, very redneck.
Then you should definitely
But
shave
it's
the mustache.
also, it's
No,
like,
yeah, but if I have a mustache, they think I'm gay.
I mean, when you see the Confederate
road
flag
homie.
rednecks, they stand out.
There's
So,
probably
like,
gay
to me, I saw a
Floridians.
ton,
No,
but
the rednecks.
there's also a lot of, like, fancy schmancy people.
They might be
so it's
closeted.
kind of a blend of
Uh-oh.
just, like,
Uh-oh.
total ghetto and redneck, and then you have your probably more fancy schmancy.
Sounds kind of like Omaha.
Yeah.
It's more Confederate flaggy over there, though.
Well, it sounds
like
like,
the
a fun
outskirts
time,
of
but
Omaha.
be safe while you're out there.
It's not a dangerous place.
It's not the danger zone.
It's just assholes driving around.
Pack your flag.
Whatever.
So between so between all the rednecks and all the, I assume, white folks who are going to be around, I might be able to get away with saying the N-word all next week.
You might what?
Be able to get away with saying the N-word all next week.
Sandy.
I wouldn't.
Edwards?
Saying
Saying
the
the
N-word is what he
Oh.
said.
You might get-
Jared's
No.
just so
No, you
mine
might
was so
get-
blown he couldn't even comprehend.
What?
Oh, really?
Why would you say that?
I would suggest
Saying
against
N-word.
it.
Oh, don't say the N-word in public.
I mean, like, if you see the Bill Burr thing, like, look around first.
I don't know.
Oh, no. There was this
It's not-
skit where he's like, racism is not, like, overt, it's subtle.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, everybody looks around before they say their shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a very touristy place, but less touristy than you would expect, I guess. Is kind of how I can describe it.
It still sounds
Like, if you go to Key West, that is just tourists. And the people who live there hate living there because it's all tourists. And it's far away from everything. But, like, Dustin, there's a lot of people that still do live there. And they don't like the touristy part of it, but they also enjoy living there. Let's put it that
Oh,
way.
you guys are selling me on this vacation.
There's still time.
We're gonna play volleyball and go golfing. Probably do some
It's
putt
less
putt golf.
busy than, like, a
Watch
full-blown
football at the
tourist
bar.
place.
After drinking
You know,
fresh
honestly,
squeezed orange
I'm
juice
kind of
and making
interested.
mimosas with
Oh,
it.
dude.
Because it's been fucking free.
I'm
So,
imagining us doing this in a bathtub.
There is one thing I'm incredibly jealous about. So when my grandfather lived in Florida, he had a grapefruit tree in his backyard. And if you guys are gonna be getting fresh oranges, a fresh grapefruit is fucking like.
I
That's
hate
more like
grapefruits.
California.
God damn, dude.
Oh,
Your mouth is
California, I did that
Yeah.
in Cali.
No,
but
it's so
I don't
bitter.
know. I've never seen. I've been to
Grapefruits?
Florida pretty much
refreshing.
every
see,
year
my
of my
grandfather
life.
had one, so like I remember like
I've
that's
never seen
probably
one.
why I like them now because he'd pull one off and cut it open like there you go and like do you want sugar like nah
In Florida?
yeah
Okay, I've never
Yeah, I'll
seen
do
one in
sugar
Florida, but
because
I'm
it's
always
bitter
in a
as
touristy
fuck.
spot.
it's so good.
It's like touristy spots
I
don't
like
really
grapefruits.
have that.
But yeah, because people aren't like growing fruit there.
They
And
might be on the buffet, the continental breakfast or whatever you guys have, but there's gonna be a grapefruit sitting there.
No, I don't
but
think they're
I
entitled
would
to anything
prefer
like that.
grapefruit
We'll have
juice
to
over orange juice.
fend for
Like, you know,
ourselves with
a
our
Greyhound versus
credit
the
cards.
what is it? The
We
screwdriver.
have to shout those credit cards before we can use.
Oh, we could probably make breakfast and
I like
shit.
the
Make
mixture
some biscuits and
Of
gravy.
orange and grapefruit.
Yeah, a little
Because
sweet, a little
orange is
better.
a little
Talk
too
about that
much
later,
for me.
but-
Unless I'm
Homemade
drinking it plain,
biscuits.
but like in a mimosa, to do a
Yeah.
grapefruit mixed
Homemade
with the
grapefruit.
orange, do half and half.
I'll have to try that. I haven't done that yet. But
That's my favorite. I've also done it where they have mimosa with orange juice, grapefruit juice, and cranberry juice,
interesting.
and that's really good too.
I can see that being good.
Triple
But
threat.
let's be honest. If there's a mimosa, I'm gonna drink it regardless.
So,
True.
what else are you guys gonna do in Florida?
We'll be at the beach probably a lot. Let's go surfing.
I went to a surfing's one thing too. I've never been.
Yeah.
See, I'm not looking forward to that because it's gonna be cold, and I really don't want to put on a
water's
wetsuit.
No, the water's really not that cold there.
The Gulf Stream.
I went in March.
Dude,
I'm
so
just picturing
you're
you in
going to
a
be
fucking
coming in
wetsuit.
with like Nebraska
Skin tone.
mindset and going to Florida reality. You'll be all right.
The water's really not that cold
You'll
there.
see people wearing coats there because,
and you will laugh while you're in shorts.
You'll see grandmas and g-strings.
What's the temperature?
I've
And you
witnessed that
don't
in
have
Florida.
to pay for it.
Are there any
High-
nude beaches?
Highs of like 75
Huh?
the entire time.
Nude
Yeah.
beaches.
All right, that's not so bad, but still not.
Carly went now.
The what?
Is there nude beaches in Florida?
No.
I'm sure there are some
There's
places.
about to be.
If they're not looking,
I've never been
I'm
to
naked.
They might be.
nude beach. in
John's going to
Florida.
be there.
Are you-
Someone.
Are you guys going to be drinking every day?
Probably.
I mean,
So
You're on
just life as
vacation.
usual.
yeah. Game on.
It's on.
New
I mean-
city.
That's the
When
only
I
way
fall
I know how to
asleep in the
vacation.
airplane, that's when I won't be drinking.
all right, so raise your hand if you don't
Behind.
drink every day right now.
I don't drink it.
I don't drink every
I don't
day.
drink
Well,
every
Raise your
day.
hand if you don't drink every day.
I don't
no, what's
drink
every
every
day? Past 3 days?
I mean,
Oh,
every
I was
day.
gonna write it.
Cause I, didn't,
Not even
Every
one
day
beer.
after work,
not,
a drink?
Not
Because I
even
didn't-
one beer.
'cause I couldn't drink for 2 weeks,
You don't drink every day.
and then I drank for 3 days.
Not
in a
even
row.
one beer? No glass of wine? Okay, so that's good.
Does that count?
I'm on a bad streak
I
where,
usually
like...
take about 2 days off. 3 days off.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting like drunk, but like I'll have a beer after like dinner or something, and like now it's getting to a point where it's like, shit, that's been going on for like months. Not that I'm like drinking, but I generally have like a
Or,
drink.
even that
But do you-
beer that count.
Well, no, but see, that's drinking every day. So that's why I said
No.
raise your hand if you haven't. That's not
I
getting a buzz.
for sure average well more than
We're not
one
talking about
beverage
an
a night in
average.
a week for sure.
Okay, so no one can raise their hand right now.
Oh, I don't
we don't drink
night.
every day though.
Yeah, I don't know if I drink every day usually.
Yeah, and you're the one that like usually takes months off at a time of drinking.
Well, I need to again, but
yeah, no, it's just getting to winter. Now's the
Yeah, I
start.
know.
Now's the drinking
Well, again,
time.
like it's
you
not like
know?
I'm getting drunk. It's just a thing where it's like even one or like like I'll just have a cocktail.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you need to
about
get
that-
laid.
Huh?
I think you need to get laid.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I found this on the internet. Why don't you go ahead and describe it to the people?
What are you showing me? Your emails?
There we go.
I saw that earlier. This is a slide. The slide is decorated in such ways that there is a roundabout bottom. Right? There looks like there's
Two big balls.
two round areas at the bottom of the slide,
shaft
and the
adhere to
slide
it.
goes up, and it looks like there's a lily,
penis.
right, or a flower of some sort up top, and the slide goes into this
Wow.
flower. Now, the flower, if you know anything about anatomy, it's a fucking
Let me see.
vagina and a cock and balls.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And I doubt that's
Oh
anywhere-
my god, that's obvious.
I hope that is
It might be fake. Who
a
knows?
fake or an art installation.
Still
Or
hilarious.
something.
Art installation.
Oh yeah, that could be a good
I mean,
point.
there's a ladder going up to it. It's just
It could be an
Child
actual art
molester
installation.
created that.
If-
Well, it could be just on some private property.
Yeah, but like that is if
the
that
stains
was,
from the children will complete the
children
artwork.
are not playing there unless their parents are really fucked up.
Yeah, probably true. I mean,
That
honestly,
has to be a child molester.
what the kids that on that probably don't even know what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Seared into their
No,
subconscious
like I'm thinking
for
like
life.
a little kid, like a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I rode the dick shaft vagina slide.
Dude, if I
won't
saw
know
that
what that
now
is.
and I was walking down the street, I'd have to go down it.
Yeah.
I think it's got a narrow urethra,
down.
Dan.
Yeah.
I'll do some sounding on it. It'll be okay.
Butt first, slide right on down it.
John's the only one who cringed at that.
Fireball?
No,
sounding.
I'll do
your
some
body
sounding on it. Nobody.
You know what that is, Lane?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you know what sounding is, Derek?
Oh,
No.
In regards to a penis?
What?
Sounding a penis, you know what that is? I'm going to take that as a no by that crazy look.
No, I'm
Dan,
waiting.
if you please.
He's confused.
I am not an expert because I only recently found out about this foul practice.
Oh! I've been from high
This
school,
is,
man.
you
So
don't agree with this
apparently-
practice. Now, is Dan... Can we trust his opinion?
Let me
Yeah,
explain it to you.
yes,
So you
I
can
do.
trust my
I do at
opinion
this
on this.
point.
It is a foul act.
Alright,
So,
well, that's subjective.
apparently, you take your semi-flaccid or full erect penis, and you take a thin something,
I don't like this already.
like a piece of metal that is rounded, kind of like a dick butt plug, or, I don't know, a straw, or whatever the fuck, and you put it in your urethra.
Is this what you're watching on TikTok, Dan?
No. So you slide it down into there. And I don't know after that, but I have heard that there are people. The sounding thing is like, you know how
Vibrations?
like you get, yes.
What,
What?
the fuck is wrong
And
They
with this
tap it?
goddamn
I don't
world?
fucking
They'll
know.
like
or,
attach the other end of the filament to like,
Like-
a drum.
to make it vibrate or
Because
something.
it touches your, like, real
Oh,
close
it's a
to your
tuning
bits.
fork?
Yeah. There's also, sounding is also like gauging the dick hole, the urethra. Have you
See,
seen
I
that?
didn't know that. I've
make
never
it
heard
bigger?
Gauging the dick hole. Goddamn.
Why?
It's because I've seen stuff people like take like Sharpie markers like.
Oh my god!
Yo,
You've seen stuff? I've only
John,
heard.
shut up!
I've only heard horror
Really?
stories.
You haven't heard
to
of
me,
this?
as I said, this is a foul
old.
practice, and
I have
only
a
heard
visceral,
stories.
physical reaction
That seems like
to
torture.
all of this right
And John
now.
is looking up cock and ball torture, obviously.
I'm not looking it up. I mean, it was part of the
It just
It's on
whole.
my
pops up on my
TikTok. God.
feed.
There's all the whole
I don't have
shock
TikTok,
site.
by the
there,
way.
you know.
Anyone here? I don't have TikTok. I don't have this coming in.
How
my
did you
algorithm.
find out about this, Dan?
A fucking gay dude that somebody I knew.
Is this on the Reddit algorithm?
No, this was months ago when I was buying cocaine. So
Does he?
it's a weird situation. Let's not go into
Does he
it.
actually
alright?
do sounding? Because I might need his
Dude,
number.
as soon as I heard those kind of words and stuff, I was like, I'm just gonna get this
What?
and leave. So I'm out. I don't know what y'all are into. And by months ago, I mean probably about a year and 3 months, something along those lines. But either way,
Yeah.
it was a first-hand account of like joking about weird things, and then someone's like, "Oh, you never tried sounding?" I was like, "The fuck is that?" And
Huh.
then I was,
Like it's just
Yeah, so-
everybody should be doing it.
well, exactly,
I mean, so,
exactly.
you know,
You haven't
so-
sounded yet?
So sounding is.
So no, I have never seen videos, John.
Gauge,
I have never-
Yeah, I mean, it takes a long time, but they stretch.
gauge?
They stretch. You know,
I'm
like your gauges,
traumatized.
and they stretch out
Yeah.
the
That's
That's why I
urethra,
said it's a foul practice.
and so they can.
Like, good God.
It probably feels pretty fucking good if you're used to it.
I don't see how it
Stop.
can feel good.
Why do you want to wait till it feels good just to, I gotta know. Oh, it's
Okay.
like heroin. I'm putting
As-
a needle up my dick. Oh, it's so good.
When I was younger and had kidney
This
stones,
sounds-
right? When I had
What
kidney
in God's green earth would ever
So-
make a person do that?
I had
Think of
Who was
kidney
the
stones,
first motherfucker?
and they literally
Hold on.
put the
All right,
the
all right.
tube
Shut
for
up.
your
Everybody
piss
calm down.
up
Everybody
here,
calm down,
right?
yeah.
What is it? A urethra?
Yes,
Because,
yes,
like,
the urethra is
I was
the
young, had kidney stones,
Catheter.
well, catheter.
Catheter.
So yeah,
up urethra.
I've had to experience that. It was fucking awful. So
Okay.
anyone sounding, all I can think about is how fucking terrible a catheter was in my younger years as somebody who had like kidney problems and shit. And so hearing somebody being like, "You never tried that," is fucking insane to
Huh.
me because it is like I cannot imagine anything besides pain and like awfulness.
Yeah, but you also weren't used to it though. They shut the big old rod up your
And
ding
I'm
hole.
never gonna try it again.
Yeah, I'm saying, but when you do it on purpose, when you do it on
Jesus
purpose,
Christ.
you work your way up.
I'm doing that on
What's the
purpose.
starting kit? A microfilament?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they gotta have
But
different
what about,
gauges to
hey,
work up to.
Haven't you like taken a really good like a hard piss?
Yeah, I don't
That's
really
a
talk about
hard
this anymore.
piss.
Hey,
It feels so good.
this is just like
that's what it is,
the
basically.
Pepper X thing last week that I could.
Pepper X?
Yeah, the really,
Oh,
the
yeah,
really
yeah.
hot
Burning
I'm
pepper.
yourself.
so
We've
glad I
talked
figured
about
out what
this.
grosses you out. I cannot believe you
So
could. Man,
this has-
It's the same thing. Five
next week's gonna be
people.
fun.
Hold on. 5 people ate the Pepper
I
X.
don't
You know,
want to
shut up.
ever find you putting something on your pee hole.
So it's probably the same thing. It's like 5 people that do this fucking
I will punch
sick
you in the face.
thing.
Okay,
See,
so
put something
it's
in
not
your
Pepper
meal.
X. I grew a bunch of Carolina Reapers this
Yeah.
summer,
What the?
and Johnny
The
wanted to
fuck
turn
kinda-
them into salsa. So I said, "Sure, Johnny, I will give you some Carolina
had this-
Carolina Reapers to turn them into salsa." So I met him at a bar
I
to
never
like,
thought I'd
"Here's
do those
these
ones.
things," and the
made-
motherfucker took one out of the bag and was like, "Johnny, you don't want to eat that."
He
So
ate it.
he proceeds to take my Carolina Reapers out of the bag, chomp down on one, and this is him dying.
Yeah. He doesn't-
Literally,
he,
fucking like
he doesn't look happy at
no.
all.
Let me
And
say this.
the same guy who made the Carolina Reaper also invented Pepper X. But there are people who will eat these peppers
Is this?
for no fucking reason.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It's the same guy.
Oh yeah, it's the same guy. So the Carolina Reaper, he made those, and that was his own special breed.
That
He
was
never-
the hottest pepper until
it
this
was.
recent one.
It was.
Yeah, we just
But
talked
so
about this.
Oh, I didn't realize it
People
was.
got the
like,
seeds
last time
and
we
then
had a
grew
show.
their own. So he was mad that he didn't get like money off intellectual property or his process of growing those things. So after the Carolina Reaper spread and got big, he decided to make Pepper X, which is just a little hotter, so that he can have one that is like above.
Oh, it's substantially hotter.
Yeah.
It is, but he also like patented this one and is not letting the seeds get out the
Yeah,
same way
he
Carolina
lost all
Reaper-
that money.
Yeah, so like this is the extra special one because Carolina Reapers are out in the world now. He can't get.
He's already got another hotter one in the works.
Yeah, so that's what the guy's doing. But yes, I have a video of my friend eating a Carolina Reaper because he just decided that was a good idea at the bar. And it was very funny to watch, and I filmed part of it because he's just sitting there like, I'm like, dude, why?
It's painful, man.
Yeah, like,
What did
I've
you
done
do
these
with
hot
them?
challenges before. It's crazy.
I put them in some chili, and that's about it so far. I have a big bag in my freezer of bright red Carolina Reapers, and I put one into my normal batch of chili, and normally I put in like 4 habaneros and some other stuff. That one Reaper was enough for me to be like, I need to consider my next batch.
Yeah.
Like, it was good.
Mix it with a can of sour cream.
Oh,
or a
well, I don't
whole
put the sour
jar.
cream in there, but like, no, it's very hot, but like, I like the habaneros because there's actual, like, you can get the flavor with them.
Soupy or thick chili?
Thick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear, like, I'll give you the basis, right? So I'll get green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, onions, and garlic, and I'll take those.
What
and I'll
kind
put
of
them-
onions?
White onions.
Okay.
So I'll
It's
take
important.
those- I'll take
Yes,
those.
it is.
And then I put them over a fire for a little bit,
Oh,
so that
roasted.
they get a little bit of
Roasted.
like the blackening. Then I chop those up and put them into a blender. Then I put in the tomato paste, blend that shit up. That is the paste that I put in with like after the beef's cooked a little bit. You dump that in, and like whatever pepper I'm using for heat will go in with that. But then you do that, and then put a little like brown sugar. It's got that smoky flavor, and then you just kind of adjust some cooked bacon and beef, and you put it in there. But that base, like the base is fucking amazing if you do that pepper thing, because like it just.
So you wouldn't roast up the Reaper at the beginning?
No, I did jalapenos. I didn't roast the Reaper, but I was doing
Sometimes.
like I was roasting the jalapenos,
Never
and I was
tried
doing this in
Visit
my
on the
kitchen
channel with
because I
Steve.
have the gas stove.
Never
So I was
used
just
bell
like
peppers in
some
my
morsing
either.
over a gas stove with all these things, which is
yeah.
not the way you're supposed to do it.
But that's
However,
not bell pepper.
it ended up getting to a point where you couldn't breathe in the kitchen because there was enough spicy in the air. So like all the cats are running out when Chelsea
Oh,
ran
yeah,
out of the
you
room.
told me
Yeah,
about this.
I'm sitting there like I had to put a mask over my face and keep trying to cook because I was like it's fucking bad. But
Dan just got done bitching about people that torture themselves, and then goes on to tell us the story about torturing himself.
and I have never
And everyone
done
else around him.
that act again. But either way, it does make a really good chili. But like that's my favorite chili base is like all the peppers and all the things, char them and then blend them up with the tomato paste instead of just like a tomato sauce because it has like a fuck ton more flavor than your actual seasonings and stuff. But like as a base,
That sounds delicious.
it's fucking good. I'll bring some chili because it's chili season.
Do you then do the diced tomatoes and stuff?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You
also?
put those in after
you put
and
that
everything.
and the beans and everything in
Yeah.
after the fact.
Yeah,
That's
this
just your
is literally
paste
just
to
making
thicken
the
it.
like the base that like that's like when people put in tomato juice or tomato paste. That's my paste that I put in, but it's all a bunch of peppers like
Do
and
you
garlic
add-
and onion like blended up with char.
Do you add
some of those peppers into the actual like
Eventually,
chunkiness
same with
later?
like fresh garlic and fresh onions, like because I want onions that are like cubed in there too, so that'll go in later. But like that original base is like a puree of all those things.
Nice.
Nice
And, oh.
pico.
Huh?
Or it's even finer than that?
No, it's puree. It's
Yeah,
fun.
okay,
Like it's
okay.
literally just like if you were to open up a can of tomato paste, it gets to be about that consistency. So you dump that in, so you have all like your greases from bacon and beef, and like that all put in like actual steak chunks. Throw those in there.
Yeah, I like
Chopped up onions, your beans, corn if you want it. I don't normally do corn, but then you do all that and let it all simmer,
corn's
and
a
that
nice
like
surprise in chili.
that original base just simmers throughout everything. So it's not just tomatoey. Like there's pepper flavors and garlic and onion with all that. It's
Sounds nice.
Has anybody ever cooked with liquid smoke?
Oh, yeah.
I've put a little bit of that in.
Love it.
So
It's okay.
I definitely fucked up a chili one time because I put in like just a little dab too many of liquid smoke.
That's
And
too smoky.
it's not even a real smoky flavor. That's the thing.
Okay, so that was my question. I've never had it.
No,
so-
like it adds a smoky-ish, but it like
Yeah,
it's still got like a weird sweet tang to the back of it. I don't know how to describe
Well, that's
it.
why you use like such a tiny little bit of it.
Yeah.
As you found out that
Yeah,
well,
but like
if
it
there,
can
it's, oh, fuck,
overpower
it's
a
there.
lot, and
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot different than like if you were to just smoke your meat and put it in there. That's original smoky. That's real. You can tell the artificial. I don't
Okay,
know how
that
to
was
put
my
it other
question.
than it's
I
just
use
like
it for sauces.
yeah,
I was
it's
gonna
good.
try like I've heard
Yeah.
marinade.
I like it.
Like a salmon marinade or something. I've heard that's
Do
good
the
in it,
smallest,
but-
small little
Yeah.
bit because like I
but I think
mean,
I'd rather just smoke a salmon now.
well yeah, but that'll be like
Look at we fucking all.
the flavor difference
not
is
that
going to be a
hard.
Bayesian versus a real smoke versus the liquid smoke. The liquid smoke you can kind of like you can tell there's the smoky essence. It's not actual smoky. I don't know how to put it other than that.
Well, it's like chemical based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like putting sugar versus stevia.
Yeah.
It's still sweet, but there's like, nah, this ain't right.
Well,
So-
because like liquid smoke and Worcestershire.
Sure.
I'm not going to take
Worcestershire?
pronunciation advice from you, sir.
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
It's Worcestershire. Pretty sure.
Shire.
You can't
It's
speak on
fucking
it.
English. What do the hobbits live
Okay.
in?
I don't
What do the
know.
hobbits live in? The hobbits live in the Shire, right?
The Baggins.
Yeah, but
Back
that,
end.
So it's Shire, Worst-ish Shire, or Worst. I can't do it. I can't do
no,
it by
no,
a
Worcestershire,
syllable.
no, because all the shires in
Worcestershire.
England are not
Did I
pronounced
say it
shire.
right?
They're like sure.
Sure, yeah, it depends upon where it's at too.
Anyway, but
All right,
liquid
yeah.
smoke and
Worcester.
Worcestershire sauce is very.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
My mom's side of the family, they'll call it
Worcestershire.
Worcester sauce.
It's
I always
the,
say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
I made pot roast this weekend.
All right.
Do
And
you use Worcestershire?
no, I didn't. I besides just broth, I bought this little thing of au jus
Oh yeah.
to put in it, and oh my
Was
god!
it the like the stuff that's like kind of like a thick liquid, or is it the bouillon cube style?
It was a liquid.
style. Okay,
it was,
yeah.
it was right
Mixed
at
with
the
some
deli
mixed
counter
up, yep.
at Baker's.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
I
the way to
never
do
seen
it.
it before. And I
Oh,
was
dude.
like, this is
My
what my
mom
mom
used
used
have-
to get grown up.
I have a pho base that is the same consistency. Oh, like it's the same kind of like you spoon the thing out and dump it in there, and it just spreads and makes deliciousness. Yeah, the way to do it is definitely that versus the bouillon cubes.
Really
Yeah.
quick, do you know what Worcestershire sauce is made out of?
I actually don't.
Really? I'm serious. Just don't know what it's made out of.
Probably
Molasses
nasty
or
shit. No, I-
something?
It's fermented anchovies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could see it.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Same thing with like in Caesar.
Caesar salad has
Anchovies,
anchovies.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caesar
So
salad. That's
that-
like the main thing. I remember
So
making.
I love
Fuck,
anchovies.
Caesar salad's so good, and I
Yeah.
I can't do anchovies because they're a whole fish.
Well,
But
filet,
like
technically.
when you blend them up into things,
It's
That's-
so good.
that's-
eat them
It's
straight
like
on a
the
piece of
salty.
pizza,
Yeah.
cold slap on the pizza.
They don't have the
Oh,
heads on it. It's
yeah.
just like a slice of them. You know.
I've done
With
it.
the tails
I
and stuff
prefer it a
off.
little more mild than that, but I'll eat them. I'm not gonna seek it out,
Yeah, I don't
So-
think I would ever eat one again.
An anchovy?
dude. Like
It's salty as fuck.
Yeah, no. My stepdad used to eat kippers growing up. It's basically the same
yeah.
damn thing.
I mean, I grew up eating anchovies on Ritz crackers.
how do you feel about smoked oysters on Ritz crackers?
Never had an oyster.
Ew, from the can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ew.
That's the same. Like I actually like. I still like a smoked oyster from the can on a cracker, and so when I like hear people who like sardines, I can't shit on it anymore because I like the oysters on a thing. So
Ugh,
Out of
that's
a can.
gross.
out of a can, and
What's wrong
so
with oysters?
So, moving along.
Moving along.
What's
Dan,
wrong with
listen to you nerd out, I think reinforces this. You need to get laid. And we have a
Dude.
topic about group of ladies
if you
make
actually
a
want to
list.
hear about my sex life in the last couple of weeks, it's been.
Well, let's save that for a second.
We'll just not get into it because
Perfect.
Been handy? Nah.
it's not been handy. It's
All right.
been a little out of
All right.
excessive.
So I want to hear your take on this. Some ladies make a list of places men shouldn't take them on a
that's
first date.
funny.
I've seen that. And you know what? I watched the original thing where the girl's like, why did he take me to Applebee's? Fuck this motherfucker. Did you see that? Because
I
this
think I saw some
list
shit
came
like
out after there was a lady explaining to her TikTok how she was offended that somebody took her to Cheesecake Factory.
that. Oh yeah.
And so
This might have spawned this. So
that's
let
what
me get
spawned
into this real
yes.
quick. Number 10 was Wingstop. I think we could probably all agree you wouldn't take someone on a first date to Wingstop.
Oh,
John,
yeah.
do you agree?
Fuck. Yeah, that's gross.
Okay.
No.
Wingstop's
If
good.
John doesn't like it, you know it's bad.
So wait, why'd you start at
But-
10?
No, take a date.
Here's-
Wingstop.
Here's
serious?
my take on this, though, and this is sorry, it's gonna be a little misogynistic and anti-feminine. If a man is willing to pick you up and drive you somewhere and pay for your food, if it's not good enough for you, fuck off. Because, that's free food, that's free time. It doesn't even matter if it's good. Like, hey, you want to go walk around the dock and get a hot dog at the end of it? It's still a way to get to know you without, anything. And if you're equating,
Hot dogs are not in the top 10.
obviously. But
Apparently you can take a girl to
if
get a hot
some
dog.
girl that you're just meeting for the first time off of Tinder or wherever the fuck you met this bitch from wants you to spend like 200 plus on her, fuck her. You don't
That's
know her.
one's
She doesn't know you.
extreme.
Those
So
are just
she-
the TikTok ones that you see.
But that's exactly what this list came from was TikTok
Oh,
bullshit.
I have a feeling they asked some girls.
What are your thoughts on Buffalo Wild Wings at number 9?
I wouldn't take a girl
No,
there
no.
because that's
It sucks anyway.
it.
Well, if you
sucks
can't take them to
anyways.
Wingstop, what makes you think you can take them to B-Dubs?
Yeah, dude, come on.
All right. Any fast food chain.
No,
I guess
I wouldn't do
Dials
that
is
either.
Burger
Well,
King.
yeah, I
Like-
thought that would have been higher up there.
I agree with that.
Besides Arby's,
No,
right?
yeah. Take it. That
Wanna go to
is very
Subway?
low.
My favorite was this one down here.
But for me, if you're taking a girl on a dinner date, you've already met her and
We'll get
hung
to
out
that.
enough to know you want to take her to somewhere you want to go. I think
right.
coffee or a couple drinks, that's a good way to get to gauge
Yeah.
to know someone. Then a real date can happen where you take them out to eat.
Well, so far,
I would say a couple
so
of
far,
drinks is good because it relaxes your.
Yeah, and then you get to know.
we've
and,
talked about places you meet at. What about your house at number 7?
No. Don't take them to your
Don't
house.
meet at your
Either
house.
you're a psycho who wants to kill them or something, but also from my side, I don't want them to know where the fuck I
Yeah,
live.
that's,
Yeah.
We're
Just in
almost
case.
to the top
Just
5.
in case.
The movies.
No, can't
don't
talk.
Can't
there.
talk.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
talk
can't
about
get
it.
to
talk.
know them.
That's a date down the line.
All right. Now, there might be some controversial ones to wrap out the top 5.
All right.
Beginning with
Applebee's.
Olive Garden.
I think
Hey,
Olive Garden's an
that's-
okay
That's
version.
pretty decent.
that's a
coffee.
good-
Yeah, but
middle
it's-
of the road.
I think that's a
B-Dubs
good.
is out, and Applebee's.
No, Applebee's
Olive
is a
Garden's
little.
a step up from that.
It's a step
though.
up. That's good middle ground of
This is why
look,
Carly and I get along. She doesn't expect much from
well,
me.
no, that's a good middle ground. That's like, hey, I don't
You
know
take
you
me
enough
here.
to take you somewhere fancy, but I'll take you somewhere decent so we can have a mild night out and see
If a
what
girl
And not
turns down
spend a bunch
Olive
of
Garden,
money.
We aren't going to get
So
along anyway.
I would
So-
actually be excited to go to Olive because I never go. I don't even know what's on
yeah.
the menu.
I think that's a good place.
It's not real Italian food. Who the fuck? Who gives a shit? It's delicious.
But yeah,
It's
And
fine.
they give you
It's
all the
good.
Parmesan
I
you
would go to
want,
Olive
and they
Garden
make
on
it
first date.
awkward.
It's not like fast food though.
No.
The fast food is low on the thing,
Yeah,
but
fast food.
No, that's
Olive
kinda like a
Garden.
place
We're
like-
going from 10 up.
I'm not going to take you to a
Yeah,
5-star restaurant, but I'll go to a 2.5 or 3 with you on our
Olive
first
Garden is a
date. Yeah.
great. Honestly, that Olive Garden might be the perfect first date, first dinner date.
Yeah, it's not
Because
the perfect.
it's
I see-
nicer than Applebee's, but it's not too nice that you're going to break the bank. And if she likes a cheap, a lot of pasta, cheap at it, again,
What,
that's
what
winner.
if she doesn't eat carbs?
But then
They have
there's
salad,
salmon,
endless
salmon.
salad.
Yeah, well, part of endless
They can
salad,
give you the
stupid.
breadstick.
That
I didn't
salad
know
dressing
that.
has a
So
lot of
this
carbs
goes
in
back
it.
to my reinforcing: meet for coffee or drinks or something beforehand before you spend money on food with her.
We'll get to
Yeah.
that.
All right.
All right, so we've hit the number 5, the first one out of the top 5.
It's Olive Garden.
And it elicited quite the response. Out of the top 10 you've heard so far, how are you feeling about their list overall?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You agree with it so
Yeah,
far?
that's a good list.
But
Yeah.
you guys are.
Yeah, no.
It
This
sounds like
right,
you're
right, right.
overall pro Olive Garden for a
Yeah,
first date.
I am. Yeah.
I'm
Out
okay
of
with
those
it.
choices,
I'm okay with
honestly,
it.
I don't think
Alright,
I would
alright.
take someone to
I
Olive
think,
Garden.
and I
would never
hope this
take
one's a
someone.
no-brainer.
So I actually, for me
Chipotle
right now,
at number 4.
no, fuck no.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
That's-
That's a
actually,
fast. That's fast food.
Actually,
Yeah.
for a first date, so I need a definition of what a first date is right now. Because a first date is actually is this the first time I'm meeting you? and we're hanging
It's
out,
the first
or
time
is
you're
this
hanging
somebody's
out
hanging out
alone
alone.
together.
Okay, so hanging out alone together, that can be different because there are times where you might meet with a group of friends and you jive and you're having a good time.
That's
and stuff.
different. This is
So-
like this is the next
So
time when
that's
you guys.
that would be
ask
where you're
and-
finding out. You're like, what am I willing to do with
Yes.
you?
Yeah, but you
I
don't
think-
want to risk it with Chipotle.
I think Chipotle would be a casual. We could either
If you
be,
had sex after Chipotle,
I was saying,
you'd be about to shit your pants and you
Yeah,
wouldn't be
there's
able
a
to
lot
enjoy
of,
it.
See,
lot of
Yeah.
issues.
If
I think-
somebody asked me to go to Chipotle, and I don't want to sound like a fucking asshole right now, but if somebody asked me to go to Chipotle on a first date, I would be like,
See, well, that's
who
the thing.
are you?
That's the thing. Would it be a first date, or are you just
Carly
like
loves
friend zoning each
Chipotle.
other right there? Because to me, that's like
Should
the
be
friend
noted.
zone tested whether
That
I
is
want
a
to take.
friend zone.
Yeah, but that's where you test if you want to take them on a real first date.
Let's say this is 20
Okay,
years
but
ago.
that's not a date.
So
then.
that's not a
Okay,
date to me.
okay.
No,
I think
that's,
I would just ghost at that point, though. It's like,
Well, no, like
All right.
say like, hey, we met at a party.
I don't know what
Do you want to
this
grab
is.
some food and like hang out for an hour and a half?
We're too
Or
far.
not even an hour
We're
and a
too
half.
far in
No.
this rabbit hole.
Dan,
Pretend
Dan,
it's
you're thinking about Chipotle too much.
pretend it's 1950 and you're both the parents of the two set them up on a date. You're meeting. Go. That's strangers.
That's not gonna happen
Strangers
in the real
date.
world.
We're not talking about the
That's-
real. We're
that's
talking
not
about
real.
the list.
Why are we so
Chipotle.
mad about Chipotle?
Chipotle is not a good first
Wait, I know we
date.
don't
No,
agree
it's
with
not
that.
a
This
first
is a
date.
lot of
It is
hate
a
for
first
Chipotle.
pre-date to
No,
me.
I
That
agree
is
with
a
all
pre-date.
of
They have
First date, the
Chipotle way,
first
for
date.
Christ's
No,
sake.
that is. Are we
Just
friend
stop.
zone,
It's
or
It's
do
just
I
like,
want to
we
take?
fancy each other. We know that we fancy each other.
All right.
You're
If we
trying.
fancy each other, if we
What the
know
fuck?
we fancy each
entering
other,
the
if we're
top
using those
three.
words,
All right.
I fancy you, we're
Top
going
three.
way somewhere else.
Top three. Top three.
If I met you somewhere, like I don't know about this
Three.
bitch, I'll hang
Dan,
out.
do not take your
Three.
next date to Chili's
No,
absolutely
fuck
not.
no.
or Applebee's at number 2.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I went on a
so
first
is-
date at Applebee's
And, so,
once.
and
That's it.
cheesecake is number
I
one.
don't even go there.
Cheesecake Factory is
with
number
family.
1. Do
I
not
laughed
take someone
so
to
hard.
on a first date.
Why cheesecake is
Well,
nice,
let's hear the
isn't it?
female's perspective on this.
I
So
went
she's
on a
like,
first
isn't
date to
bad.
Applebee's. Let me tell you, that relationship did not go well.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Applebee's.
No.
So what about cheesecake?
You
But
struggling?
Cheesecake Factory, I think, would be a great first date.
Better than Olive Garden?
I think Cheesecake Factory would be a good
Apparently
first
I'm
date. Yeah,
saying
I would say that would be above Olive Garden on my list. You have a ton of options.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and the tables are small. Like you can really kind of dive in and talk. They
What's the
Why
mood-
would a
what's the
woman
lighting-
not want
what's
to go
the-
to Cheesecake Factory?
What's the mood lighting like?
Because they don't want to eat
at Olive
cheesecake
Garden?
in
Because
front
they're
of them the
bougie
first time?
bitches.
because it's a franchise.
Everything's a franchise.
There's a reason it's a franchise.
Because they don't eat that much
Some
sugar.
there are some
It's
bitches in the world that are far fucking too headstrong and too bougie, and they're never gonna find true happiness. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
And that's the bitch that says, "I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory. Fuck you. I need you to spend $200+ on me on a first fucking date."
I mean, you
That
can
is
spend that at Cheesecake
bullshit.
Factory easily enough.
I believe
Probably
you just,
could.
You can, but I would say Cheesecake
Okay.
Factory would be a step above Olive Garden, if not potentially in the same realm.
I mean, if you think about it,
I
though,
would think that those are kind
Cheesecake-
of in the same realm.
Cheesecake Factory is just a fancier Applebee's. It's just a bigger menu Applebee's.
It's nicer. The ambience is better.
I don't think I
ambiance or
don't
whatever.
know if it is though.
I think it
I think
is.
the ambiance is better.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on Olive Garden because I don't know what the inside of an Olive Garden looks like.
classy.
Is it
Dark.
does it has like a mood lighting?
Oh yeah.
for a
Oh
date?
yeah. It's got a.
It
mood.
doesn't have a
Oh, yeah.
mood lighting. No, it's still
Dimmer,
kind of franchise.
shadows.
Also, it gives me so just from my perspective, so it gives me an indicator of how the rest of the night's going. Because if she's eating a lot of carbs, I mean, she's going to get really bloated and she's not going to want to do anything. But if she's taking it easy on this
I think one of
pasta,
our first dates was there.
she might be interested in activity.
Or was that later on?
It'd be better if you weren't bloated.
For sure.
Also, I'm making this up completely out of my ass right now.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
never happened
I
before.
got-
It's never happened.
So
got-
what's left on this list though?
I got some hate to throw in here now. I got some hate to throw in.
Hick?
No.
Hate.
Clip it on.
Hate.
Clip it on.
I got some hate. All right, so if you're a girl, where would you take a man on a first date?
Oh, the bedroom.
Because like if
On
we're
the first
getting
date?
into like like
I'm with you on the same page. I would like
yeah, like I think
anytime
there's-
I've ever gotten into a relationship, I'm like, please
Have you
just
ever
like
paid for the first date? Let's start there.
Oh,
No, let's.
equal
I just want to
opportunity.
be like
probably.
as I see it, given the context of how
I've dated
like
a lot of
social norms and
fucked
everything
up
are
people.
going. I am not going to like take the effort or time to go somewhere fancy and nice with someone unless I feel that they are actually worth my time. So I would prefer to start somewhere less classy and more casual to find out if they're actually worth me investing time in. Because if she's not going to put that effort back into me, like if I'm going to be initiating
And time
these
is money.
things,
Here's my
I would like an equal response.
from a girl's perspective, and I've talked to a lot of girls about this topic. The first date. People are terrified of first dates. They are.
Yeah, that's casual as fuck.
It's so awful. Like, to me, it's like, come to the bar that I'm already at and let's hang out and see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why
Or
I think,
I will
like,
come to the bar that you're already at and let's see how
and
it
that's
goes.
why I think like Chipotle or something like
And then there's
Olive
friends
Garden.
around. You have
Yeah.
somebody has somebody, and you guys, you know.
And then the next one is like that casual middle ground, like let's go somewhere like Chipotle or
see,
Olive
I would
Garden
not
to
be
like.
about that unless they stayed the night and you guys were starving in the morning.
Well, I think that's a good way of that's weeding out. Are we more than just friends and casual, or am I going to actually be invested?
See, I'd rather go
Because
get
if you're going
drinks
to be
again.
invested, like you got to know you're invested, and there's a lot of people getting played out there, and I just I have a thing now where it's like, look, if you're just
Chipotle would be a very awkward thing, though. I think
well, that's more like you've walked
the
around,
furniture-
you've gone
I would
downtown.
like to go somebody where I would have an option to have a drink to relax. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. Like you and Alex went to Night Owl.
All right, we'll see. That's
So like that was a good
yeah.
date.
I'm not saying Chipotle
Well,
is
yeah,
a good
I'm
date.
gonna
It's
go over
not,
some
it's, I mean,
funny
it's
ones
not
here
on
extremely
this list.
All right, back-
fancy and one-on-one. There's people around and
Yeah,
like
it's just a nice
bars.
chill bar.
Back to the list. Back to the list.
Bar
One,
and
one
grill.
thing, first off, is don't go to a bar for drinks.
See,
Or just for drinks. 26. Right below that, though,
Wait, what number is that?
26.
26.
It's a 28 spot list. Waffle House came in at number 27.
I want to see if she
shit.
can fight.
Oh,
Can you just
There has, why would that even come into the picture?
oh.
Who has been taken to a Waffle House?
I have never-
Call into Trash Talk Omaha at trashtalkomaha.com or gmail.com.
By the way, ladies, if there's any
phone
girls
number's
who want to
also
go
on
to
Facebook.
Waffle House on a first date, let me know.
Yeah. Even
I've
though-
never
yeah.
been to a Waffle House.
That's bad.
I've been to, I think,
Fucking awful.
I've been, there's one I've been to for sure.
That's like going to
I want to
McDonald's.
meet her
It's really
there.
close
I
to
want
the
to
stadium.
meet her.
McDonald's is better
So you
than
go to
Waffle.
the game.
I want to
I've
meet
done
her
that.
there.
Too many
after
people
she's found
talking.
Someone be like,
I would rather go to
Valhalla.
McDonald's than Waffle House for a first
oh my
Are
god.
you kidding? No, those butterscotch
Oh.
waffles. Come on, those are great.
No.
Oh, but Waffle House is so dirty.
I have a
Is
different
it?
feeling of what
Wash
first
hands.
dates are because I think there's like an interview before an actual first date anymore.
Okay, the semantics. I love semantics, but
I-
So
Jesus
that means
Christ,
do you
man.
dress up for the first date?
Okay.
No, you dress up for the first date.
You dress up for
the
an interview.
interviews, you're yourself and like give it a little like this is what I'm probably like, but this is my fancy attire that you could have for yourself. This is me normally. This is the actual like.
We're not talking a suit at Chipotle. here.
Everybody's
What-
just
what-
pretty
So
casual, kind of nice jeans and.
Yeah.
I have a
sweaters.
question
Not like
for
dress
Carly
up, but
on the
Yeah.
last spot, a sports event. Now, if I would have taken you to a Green Bay game on our first date, what would your thought have been?
I would have been extremely fucking nervous because what if it would have went to shit in the first
what
quarter?
if the Green Bays had lost and
The
you had to
game?
beat
And
her
then
afterwards?
no, the conversations and stuff that we were
Oh.
having, like
And
the
you'd
date,
be there
and then
for
you're
3.
stuck there for 4.5 fucking hours with this person that you absolutely hate.
What if it goes great?
Well, then great, that's awesome.
My
It's a
team
win.
won.
Would
I'm
you
not
would
gonna
you
hit
go
you.
on that date though?
No,
No.
Well,
Okay.
see, that's the thing.
That's the answer.
It's the risk factor.
Yeah.
For
it's like
I don't really know you.
my big thing has always been I would like to go somewhere that I know I can fucking dip out if I need to dip out.
Now, has this happened to
Yeah.
anyone?
Right then and there, immediately.
Family functions.
No.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Who the hell does that?
No.
So, will you run through the list though of the rest of them that you're? we haven't
I'll read it
talked
from 28 on up to number 11.
No, start here.
We're,
That's a good
we'll
first
build
date.
Up. We'll build up to it. Someone
Oh,
here.
211. Okay.
All right, sports events, Waffle House, a bar just for drinks. We've covered all those. Hookah bar, nightclubs, bowling, somewhere that requires a long drive, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Family functions, ice cream dates, coffee dates, Starbucks. Dan just got wiped off the board.
Fuck yeah. I
Church,
did. And
the
fuck those
gym,
bitches.
church, and then the gym. Did you even remember brought a girl on a first date to the gym? Have you?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
Denny's, IHOP, any buffet, and Red Lobster.
See, I would fuck with Red Lobster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Red
See,
Lobster's a good
I
date.
still have a
This
thing
bottle of
of
wine was open.
a first date for me. Like,
Well,
I want a pre-interview of what I'm taking out. because I don't want just a representation. I want like, are you? This is your real person. Because if this is your real person, I'll take you out. But like, I need to find that shit out beforehand, because I'm not going to waste time or money or effort on something that's just like, this is the first time I've met you, and turns out I'm a cunt afterwards. Like, I just don't have time for that. And also, I'm a psycho, so we gotta like, clear that out.
What
Dan will
were you
kill a
talking about?
person.
Red Lobster?
Yeah, Red Lobster. Red Lobster. Red Lobster would be a first date, but that first date would have to have pre-interviews before we went on a
Well,
date.
you would obviously be like
We'd have to
having
have-
conversations,
Dan
like
schedule.
texting each other,
I mean,
Sign
no.
here.
maybe
date
texting each
here.
other and stuff.
Yeah, we'd have to have the
be
Chipotle
collateral.
date before Red Lobster would
Why?
be a thing. Because Chipotle is a casual, like, let's meet up, just hang out for a second, and then go on our way.
But you could like have met them and then be texting or something, and then maybe go out to a bar again and whatnot.
It's
if
still not a
you feel like-
representation of them. Like, text, I would like to have a little bit of time of actually hanging out with someone very
I'd like to piss
casually.
Dan off.
Before that, you go like spend money on a dinner.
Is she not going to spend money on me? Why the fuck would I spend money on
Women
her?
aren't worth it.
No.
Jesus, dude. You're
No.
real close over there, buddy.
No, fuck that. If they want something from me, they need to have something to give back.
So,
And a lot of time...
so
No, I'm not talking about sex.
me-
I'm talking about like an
Okay,
actual like, are they a compatible person?
Right, because
There's a lot-
that's a relationship. You
Yeah.
give.
And so if
each
I'm
way.
going to go on a Red Lobster date, I actually want to be looking for a
Red
relationship.
Lobster.
what about this, Dan? Let's say there was a girl you've been chasing for a couple years or something, like, and you guys have known each other, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, that's
I don't need to interview you. Where are you taking
Would
her?
you
I
shoot
don't have
bows
that.
with her?
Huh?
I don't have that.
No, I know you don't
no
have that. I'm
shit,
just
how
saying.
could
I don't need that. That's already been
That's
gone.
the situation, though. Like,
That's just the
where you don't
hypothetical
need
here.
to interview a girl. You want to impress her on a first date. Where are you taking her?
I wouldn't worry about that because if I had been chasing after someone, I would have already gone after that shit.
How?
I would have beat it a long time ago, and I probably would have failed or whatever. But like,
That's what I'm saying. And now you finally got a chance. Where are you taking her?
I'd still go fucking walk in the park and find out if there's actually the person that I know.
Yeah, I think
versus the
a
representation.
walking in a park is one of the better.
Yeah,
Best
I
dates
would
ever.
prefer to do an actual like, let's actually get to know who each other actually are versus like go on this formal fucking thing where we got to put on like our best front and all this stuff and pretend to be something we're not.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think like if and so after
So would you fart on a first date?
fuck yeah.
This is who I am.
Yeah. If it had to happen, it was like, oh my god, this is terrible. I wouldn't purposely do
Dan,
it.
I think you're lying. I think you don't. I think
All
you
right,
try to
I've
hold-
held my
that,
farts.
I
I've
think
held
you're
my
saying
farts.
that, but I think in the moment you're like, oh, just
I probably-
hold this
I've-
for
I've
the
held my
30
farts, but-
minutes, you know.
No, I literally
So I
like.
have to go pee.
I'm not going to go on a fancy actual date, like a formal date, if I don't know that person enough to
No, I
want
agree.
to go.
This is
on.
how I got to know Carly. She burped on the first date multiple times, very
I?
loudly.
In your face.
She didn't
But-
even blink. It was
Why
just
Where
like,
was our first date?
Oh.
hey, blah, blah, no.
However, you
Where
guys
was our first
hung
date?
out multiple times before there, and then you also hung out alone. Like there's people around,
post
and then
volleyball, I guess. We hung
post
out a whole
volleyball,
lot.
and then there's other times
our
you're at
first,
like the
like,
Cork
date
and
date,
Bottle,
though?
and I was there. We're at the Cork and Bottle, and then like I left, you guys still kept hanging out. That's the interview process.
Yeah.
Like that interview process has
So
to
where
happen.
did you
if I'm
take
gonna
Carly
actually
on the
wanna-
first date,
I don't
Jared?
like that.
Yeah, what's your first date?
Pound Town.
No, see that's not.
No
that's not a
dates.
date. That's not a date
But
yet.
he
Well,
go. I
something.
think did we go to?
That's-
Did we go to a? Oh goodness, the Mexican place, El Dorado.
Oh my
Okay.
god, that was way later. There was him and
Well, that might have been
Alex.
a real date.
You and I
But,
never
like-
went together by ourselves.
We did, but that wasn't a first date.
Was that after Pound Town?
See,
You're
this
taking me to
is
like sketchy
this is the
little
confusion
Mexican
about-
restaurant in South
and
Omaha for the
again,
first
so
date.
this is what
I mean, one of the
what
others
is
was
your
remember
first
was your
date?
birthday.
What is a first date?
Tiger
you know,
Tom?
Say
Tiger
you've been
Toms.
fucking a girl. You've been hanging out. You're banging. That's fine. Did you like whatever you ate before you were banging? Was that an actual date, or was that just a casual meetup?
Did we just?
So the actual
No, that
real
wasn't
date, the first
Eat
date
at
is
one of our
different than
houses
casual
or something?
A
hookup.
date
for
is
each
when you
other?
ask them, do you want to, go
Make it official.
somewhere?
Yeah.
like,
So that is a lot different than like the first place you meet someone,
yeah, for sure.
and that's why like that
I'm,
whole
I'm
list.
still
to
stuck
me-
on this though. These two
trying to remember when he
cannot-
denied me that kiss in the parking lot. If I think we went on a date the next night. I wonder if that was even Tiger Tom's, maybe.
So you guys just hung out.
No, because that was
bars
in summer, and
forever?
that was my birthday. Was Tiger Tom's.
Yeah.
See, and so that's what is the first date. And that's why that list to me is arbitrary and weird, because if you're just meeting someone for the first time, that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
And it
well,
shouldn't be
we're
based
also
upon
going
that.
about it like, well, what would I imagine I'd like to have happen? But, you know, we were just like super organic about it.
Well, see, I think this is all based off like Tinder. Like, if you met me on Tinder,
sure
and this
they
is the
asked
first time we're
TikTok-
So you
meeting,
don't even like necessarily know the person.
Exactly.
See, I never had a
Exactly.
dating
I've never
app.
used. I've never used
I
a
mean,
dating
I
app in my
had
life.
it for like 2 days, and I was so mean to those fuckers
I've
that I
never
was
used
just like, God, this
yeah,
isn't even
I see.
worth my
I don't know
time.
how
It's
dating
fine.
app works, but like,
They would like message me something weird. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Leave me alone.
yeah. As
Like, it
far
wasn't
as
for me.
a first real date, like there's the meetup. A first real date would have to be like, I know you enough to actually want to like invest time and energy into you. So all this like casual first meetup stuff, I mean, you can be fucking for a little while, and that's still not a real date.
I don't know what a real like first nice date was. I can't remember.
Hey, let's read about this couple's first date.
Oh,
Because you can't
Is it
remember
spicy?
yours.
It's very spicy.
I have no idea.
John, the podcast isn't over yet.
Actually, this isn't so much a first date as it is awarding to Dan as he continues his sexual journey. In 2014, 24-year-old Shad Tyrion died during rough sex with a woman named Taylor Shaw Business.
in what?
He died having rough sex with her.
Okay, and then you said,
And they were both
inhaler?
high on crystal meth.
Well, yeah, crystal meth. All right. So
During
we're-
intercourse,
Which will make,
Taylor
of course-
strangled him to death, cut off his
Jesus.
head, and removed his organs.
What the
See,
fuck?
I think I'm gonna be okay here because I'm not doing crystal meth and having rough sex.
That sounds
with
like
people
more
who are gonna
bath
cut off my
salts.
head.
Okay, are you at least doing crystal meth or having rough sex?
No.
Okay, just checking.
See, the first thing, crystal meth, definitely off
what
the
was
list.
their
That's
first
a
date,
no-go.
though?
Their first date was
ironically,
Waffle
was their
House, smoking meth behind the Waffle House, and then having rough sex. And that is why you avoid Waffle
So
House on the
this
first
Taylor
date.
girl told police they would have fun trying to find his organs. His severed
my
head was
God.
discovered by his mother, Tara, in a bucket in a basement of the family home in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Other severed body parts,
a Packers
including his
fan.
bisected torso and a storage tote, were later discovered.
She sounds like a keeper. That's someone you want to bring home to your
Well,
mom.
he's dead
Just
now.
get a neck tat, man.
I
No, you
know.
don't bring that home to mom.
Welcome to Thanksgiving
If you can't
dinner.
bring it home to mom, you shouldn't be like
Can I
dipping
see?
toes,
Can I
toes in
see the
jacuzzi.
mug shot? Is there a mug shot?
Yeah. Look at that
I
innocent
wouldn't
young
fall
boy.
for
it's keeper. Totally.
Nope. I would see that. and think
That's the guy
Snooki
that
and I'd be
died?
out.
Something tells me she likes rough sex.
Yeah, a news article.
And see, this is
Oh yeah.
this is why you go to Chipotle
police
first,
remote.
right? You go to Chipotle, you look at that psycho face, and you're like, "Good thing we only ate Chipotle,"
What, you have
and then
noticed
you
that
go
from
home.
the get-go, though? Like, meeting her
That
the
is
first
not
time?
someone you take.
Oh,
to
so this
Red
was
Lobster.
not in 2014. This happened last year, February 2022.
Fuck.
That is definitely not Red Lobster material. That is Chipotle.
No.
or-
No.
You find that on
That's-
Tinder.
Well, definitely a public space.
That is why it's meat for drinks.
That's Waffle House.
That is why it's meat for drinks. And any girl that says
well,
they
if we
don't
got meth
want,
involved, it's definitely Waffle House territory.
any girl that says they don't want just meat
Why
for
is it
drinks
Waffle House
is gold
number
digging.
one?
You know, like you got to spend money on me.
I think meeting for drinks is
I'm agree with
probably
Dan
the
on that.
Or meeting
The
for
best.
best.
Yeah, it's the most casual thing you can
And-
do.
and-
And
you-
it's also like, then you have a chance to like relax and actually.
Yeah, but
you
you
know,
also have
talk.
that option of like, oh, my friends are over here. I'm gonna go. You know, there's
It-
like
it-
that
you
separation.
can get out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why.
and that's why I don't like the like. As far as a first date, I don't like restaurants or like formal.
I would hate
anything
that. I
because
never
it's-
went on them. I was
Yeah,
like, fuck
that's
no.
too-
That
that's
is
too much.
way too
It's
panicky.
too much pressure in the first moment. You
It
know,
is, and
there's
then
like a
you're like-
sense of desperation you can smell in there. If somebody's taking you to Red Lobster on a first date, that dude is a fucking chode.
yeah.
I'm sorry, he's a chode. He
Probably.
doesn't like. He's been sitting there
The
like
most-
on Reddit and like interneting too hard. Where he's like, I finally got a girl. Where do I take her?
The
I'll
most-
take her somewhere nice.
Where
No,
does Reddit
fuck
tell
that.
me to
Take her
take
somewhere
her?
normal. Find out if she's normal. If you guys are both normal, then you can like evolve to a real first date. But a first meetup, nah, none of those restaurants. Fuck that.
I would say
Chipotle.
something with drinks and not specifically dinner, and it's like
Well,
you
but
know
like-
also a place that has serves
But there
food, like
are
Barrett's.
also people that are like
Serves
sober.
food.
You know, there's sober
That
people.
was our first date, Barrett's.
Athletic people. You go somewhere like
Oh, I never
casual.
go to Barrett's with you.
Yeah.
I think that was probably our first date. Was Barrett's. We went there to watch a football game, but we had already
That's
known
cute.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Seattle and Broncos.
He remembers the game.
Yeah, it was Russell Wilson against his old team. First
I
game
know,
of
it's
the
like
season.
cut the
All the
shit.
details of the game, but now where the fuck it was.
I cut the shit out of my
We
leg.
sat out in the back porch. Yeah, she cut her leg on my truck, and I was
and I
like, "Yeah,
didn't
it's
tell
rusted."
you.
And
I
you
didn't
didn't
tell
look at the
you
blood
for
the first date, did
months.
you?
I didn't tell him for months. I had this
No, she
bleeding
told me,
leg.
like-
See, but like
She told me a
third date
couple days
material,
later.
he might be sitting there drinking the blood because you like that's the kind of freaky shit he's into. So that's third date material.
This is
there.
like we had hung out at many other bars.
He had already
of blood.
drank your
This is
blood.
like
She knew
we're
I also had a
showing up-
tetanus shot
We're
previously.
showing up
We've
sober
had that
together.
discussion.
Like
okay. So
Up to
that's
date on your shots.
that's what I have a issue with like first date stuff because like to me a first date is like
If you're not bleeding, you're not doing it right.
Like,
I think you go
So-
out. You go out for drinks.
I wanna know-
Jesus Christ.
What are the things that Dan wants to find out in the interview before he takes them out on the
You
date?
want a
You
little
wanna see that
death?
They have a
What,
potential.
what is their
Death?
what is their
Compatible.
want a
blood
little
type?
death? Do you know who Aleister Crowley is? Are you against the government? That kind of shit.
Okay.
Like,
I have a topic that I think is going to be great. to
Are,
get
is
Dan's
she into
response on.
Satan?
yeah.
I can't
are,
wait
Are
to
you
hear
a
Dan's
basic
response
bitch
on
or
Does she
are
like
you into-
clogging?
Yeah, clogging. Let's go do Dutch shit tonight. I'm gonna put on my clogs and dance around. What do you think about this? No, like
First
I don't know.
date stuff is very, very panicky.
that's why I think it should be very casual.
Yeah,
and there
I-
should
I
be-
agree.
I was a little nervous to go on that date, but I was like, I'm not really that nervous because I knew you.
There should be some forewarning about a real date, is what I'm
Once
saying.
you play volleyball with a man, you know what he's all about.
No.
Just
You
check-
know what his like.
No?
Checking out your vert.
You know a persona. You don't know a real truth. And I.
Oh,
I
we spent
think-
a lot of time talking. We'd hang out all the time.
We would leave volleyball and go to a bar. So we had a lot of
So there's
Together.
a lot of casual first dates that aren't real dates. The first date is the
Right.
time where you actually show up being like, "Hey, I'm interested in you."
I'm here to see you
we
and
knew
only
we were
you.
interested in each other.
So that's the
though,
real
from
first
the
date.
beginning.
That's the real first date is when you're like, "I want to do something special with you."
And he took
That
you to
is
Barrett's.
the real first date.
I
All
think
that
it
other
was
stuff
I watched a
beforehand.
football game.
But
What game
still,
was it?
Broncos, Seahawks. First game of the season. First
Where
time
neither
Russell
of us
Wilson
cared
played his
about the
own
game,
team
but I
ever.
think he just wanted to see me.
Yeah, but like whatever the context of the first date, that is I want to spend time with you. I want to spend energy, money, whatever the fuck you like. I consider energy, money, whatever. I want to spend
Time.
energy and time on you. This is something I've scheduled to make sure that it's special with you.
We had a lot of
That casual
unscheduled
stuff
time. That
beforehand.
was-
Well, yeah, that
we understood it
beforehand
would
stuff.
happen.
Yeah, but that beforehand
was-
stuff that's the getting to know someone. And I don't think you should jump all that getting to know someone before you do a real date.
Dan, what do you think about this? A TikToker wins lawsuit against parents for being born, quote, without consent. They're now getting $5,000 monthly payments.
I think they should kill their child.
Wait a second. The kid sued his parents.
For
saying
being
they
born-
have
TikToker
consent.
girl.
I think they should take that
What
person's TikTok
judge
account.
ruled
Take
on
that
that?
person's TikTok account, film them killing their child, and be like, "This is what you wanted. You didn't want to be alive. Fuck you. You're not alive. Yeah, I'm not paying you for being alive. You had the opportunity to live in this world. You decided to be a bitch about it.
Well, there is that like kids can divorce their parents, whatever. It's called something different.
Oh my God! So you got to hear this part.
That's abusive,
The TikToker goes by the name on TikTok Cass Thiaz or Thiaz, Theaz. What was I think the real name is later down here. The @ handle or whatever is
Welcome back.
I sat and stared, but if you remove one letter out of that, it is I Satan stared.
Kill that child."
Read that. Oh my God. What a
No,
fucking
okay. So
psycho.
here's the thing.
Let
Would
me
you
read
want to
the girl's
hang
quote,
out with
Dan,
that
set the mood
person?
for you.
This quote
Would you
is
want to hang
fucked.
out with that person?
So this the person
That
argued
person
in court.
is suing their parents for being alive. That sounds like the most rich, uppity bitch I've ever heard of.
This is the thing. I
Like,
never
fuck
asked
them.
to be here, and since I didn't ask to be born, I shouldn't be forced to do anything, right? Like, I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice not to be born. And so I'm actually trying to sue my parents for giving birth to me without asking me permission.
Well, you know what?
You weren't even alive to be.
How did she win
She
this?
now hosts forums where people come to her with this moral conundrum. And she says that parents have the moral obligation to consult mediators or like a spirit people to commune and agree that there's a spirit waiting for them that agrees to
So,
this.
can I go back to my statement about the algorithms? This is the American algorithm that TikTok is showing, and it is showing that American use of it is trash. And fuck those people. If somebody is able to sue their parents for being alive and they're posting on TikTok, they're making money off a bunch of bullshit. Fuck them, cut them all off. They shouldn't have access to the internet. They shouldn't have access to anything. And if they don't want to be alive,
You also
fucking kill
said they
yourself.
should not have access to life.
Yeah, fuck them.
But
If they don't want to be alive,
how
kill
did
yourself.
they win this court case?
I don't disagree.
That is a fault of the
It's not your-
judiciary system to let this child fucking win. Well, you don't, get to sue your parents because you're alive, okay?
No, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to be alive, kill yourself. You have the option for infinite possibilities. Like, the world is amazing, and you're sitting here bitching about it. Fuck you.
Well, it's just like, I'm sure the parents aren't perfect. No parents are, but they were feeding them and
You're
giving them a
still
house and
alive.
shit.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to, like, oh my god, you did it without my consent. Like, how the fuck are you going to get
So
consent?
here was
for
the
someone to come in?
update on her TikTok about the court case.
I fucking hate TikTok, man. God
It's a little
damn
bit
it.
longer. So I made a video a few months ago about I was trying to sue my parents for having me without my permission, and this person commented on the video and said, this above comment doesn't matter. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I did win. They're not undoing me being born, but I am getting money from my parents, essentially like an allowance. They're not undoing me being born.
That's the most leech. I hope this
They're
is
going to
rage
they're
bait.
euthanizing me. Okay.
Are
So
they
essentially
are they
the-
mentally
It's
retarded?
allowance every month to pay for basic needs like my shelter, my food, my clothing, and then whatever I decide to do for work, if I ever decide to work, which I won't. It's just like extra spending money for me. But essentially, they're responsible for my life the rest of my life because they didn't ask me my permission before they had me.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is a pure rage bait article. That person
that
doesn't
seems
actually
like that.
exist. This is just some
This seems
bullshit
fake
to
as
make
fuck.
people like angry and yell like I
It
am.
is actually satire.
I thought
Is it
so.
The Onion?
No,
It's
it's,
rage
it was
bait.
something that was making its rounds on
The-
social media,
It's rage bait.
and yeah, pretty much, and getting a bunch of views or whatever, I guess.
But look
it's
at how
all
much
fake.
time we invested into that. Now I'm sitting there like, fuck that person. But it's rage bait.
Because you could imagine that is true.
Because our
I with the way our fucking world is going right now,
you could.
I would not expect it any differently.
That's why I love the
Like, I'm not
satire.
even shocked that somebody.
It's so true most of the time.
Yeah, it's like Idiocracy in real life.
Yeah, it really is.
So
One of the best satires.
the person that's under the same handle, though, they did release all this shit. They said they're running a social experiment to see what age demographics are more likely to spread false information on the internet. They said they make satirical videos and put hashtag satire in the caption and have satire account in my bio.
Is that bag gone?
This
So-
is definitely some ugly shit. That's why I said this has got to be rage bait.
No, this person's like runs his account and they're
Oh, no,
doing
no.
they pump out these
I'm
fake
sure they're a
videos
real
and
person, but they're
stuff.
putting out rage bait just to fight, like, feed the trolls or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the most ridiculous thing just to get,
Let's see how many reactions I can get. And that's another thing unfortunate about the internet is, like, we respond to the most negative shit versus positivity. Like, you see a video like, I just got a new cow and, like, we're doing great at my farm, right? No one's gonna watch that. That shit, fuck yeah, we're yelling about it.
Yeah, for sure. Just sad.
Man,
Is that the last story, or can we end with something good?
We're way over time.
There's no time limit to this fucking podcast, John.
It's 6
it's 8:16. I think I'm ready to call it.
I want something good to end on. I don't want to end on that
Okay,
fucking
how about
screaming kid.
Hey,
How about you use your
we
microphone?
won
I have
2
a topic.
championships in a row in our volleyball
Oh
team
yeah,
last
did we
week.
forget to mention that? 2 championships.
2 championships.
We call ourselves
Congratulations,
toe time
everybody.
champs
That's
because
awesome.
the guy at our team broke his toe in the
Yeah.
last
Told me
set.
about that. That sounds brutal.
Yeah. And
He
then
was actually-
Alex's dog stomped on his toe
I went to
immediately
go help
afterwards.
him up, and he goes, I broke my
Like,
toe.
sideways.
And I go, no, you didn't. Like, he was laughing, so I was like, no, you know you didn't, man. And he goes, yeah, I did. Look, look. And he's like laughing his ass off, and I look, and I went, Oh God, I have to get up. Somebody go help him up. I might have my hand out to help him up. I'm like, somebody else help him up. I'm gonna puke.
Well, that sounds like a good man right there. Who's like, oh, it fucking sucks. I'm gonna laugh about it as opposed to crying. So good
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, he stuck it out.
Stuck
Watched
it
the
out.
game. Watched
What
the
do you
win
mean?
the
Literally
game.
stuck it out 'cause it's going sideways.
It was so sideways.
Alright, yeah, I'm probably done too.
Gross.
All right, well,
Fuck you all.
fuck off, John.
Okay, me? Why
I
are you
love you,
singling me
John.
out? Okay, thanks.
Trashy.